It's worse than heroin. So last we left our heroes, the Clive Five guys. Decided to do a bit of sort of housekeeping. You wanted to go do something for Father Bound, and Morna ended up going and speaking to him, and he asked her to find a ring for him, a ring belonging to one of Kaya's accomplices. Which, you have your theories of who that is, but anyway, so one of Kaya's accomplices, you guys came to this house, and a fight broke out. So when we left off, you guys had just run up the stairs. Thingy this screen. So there we go. Okay.
Ooh.
So yes, I know I made this map myself. So this is
I like it.
Specifications. So so you ran up this sort of from the basement. In which there was that guy inside the force field who was holding some sort of weird magical artifact, which none of you did an insight check, so you just immediately took it at face value that it was a bomb. Gideon was like, I don't think that's a bomb. I think that's an alarm.
We're very stupid.
Yeah, so you guys went, okay, time to leave. As you were leaving, so this is the situation you find yourself in, you see a bunch of people basically pouring in through the front gate, which has been sort of left open. I'm just going to only basically show who you can see. So when you go around a corner and you might be able to see some more people, I will just make them available. I'm not going to do what's it called, dynamic lighting, because it's nice to see that everyone can see where everyone is.
Sure.
But it's a big map anyway, so yeah, that's a big nightmare. Anyway, so oh man. let me just remove all turns on this, and then we'll roll initiative, shall we?
Yes.
So this big circular room, is that the basement? Or...
So that was below the basement. That was the one that
I suppose
Morna
it's probably the one to the left, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's the basement there. So the one that Morna went into. I'm just doing this for the stream. Might mess up your cameras, but yeah, that circular room. What that is that's where Morna went, and that's where the ring was found. In which Morna almost died twice. If people remember that.
Yeah, I do.
That was
Death ray thing.
That was closer than yeah. Anyway, she just kept going for it. Anyway, okay, so shocking. It's been so long. Okay, so yeah, guys. I think best time, so so roll initiative, I guess. Oh god, that is loud. Holy shit. Alright, okay.
Oh, great.
Oh my god, I actually rolled something okay.
Well, I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Slightly concerning that the person with the lowest initiative is the one nearest to the enemy.
Okay, so what also I should say is basically if you leave the map, that is effectively going around a corner enough so that you can get into the oak ball. But if you remember, there's this 7 or 8 feet high wall around the perimeter of the building that has it is quite awkward to get over. So, acrobatics and athletics checks really to get over that. But anyway, so right, so
Are these all windows?
yeah, they are windows.
Okay.
Some of them are open, some of them you haven't really checked. Like this is the one that you and Morna had looked, you and Gideon had looked through. Into this sort of kitchen sort of area. And as far as you were, I can't remember if it was open. I don't think you checked them actually. I'm not sure. I think they were locked.
No, yeah, it was only the top one, the one on the top floor that was open.
Yeah.
And is this where we threw something over?
Yeah. Oh no, this is the door. Remember the door I said, but the side door.
All right.
That was locked and had a chain around it. That's where that is. And then this is obviously that tree that you guys climbed up. All right. So is that starting to make sense now?
Yeah.
It's just as it was in your imagination, is it?
To be honest, this is very similar to what I was thinking. It was
okay,
like,
cool. Alright, just getting a drink. Okay. Oh man. Do I roll it with these guys yet? No, I won't. Okay, so right, Morna and Scrimshaw.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Out you two.
Me.
Okay, Morna.
Hi, Dex.
Okay. I would like to.
I'm just
jump
gonna
out
change
the
the camera
window.
over to you. Right. Okay. So which window? The north, east, south, or west?
I
Really.
want to come out here.
Okay. So this is going to be this window here.
Okay. And try and unlock the gate. But yeah, I'm gonna try and unlock the gate. As in,
Right.
Wait, is there like a big padlock on the gate, or is it chained shut?
It was like chain shut. There was a lock on it. But so if you move over to the window, you can do a perception check for me as well. Okay, you can't really see very much. You see a bit of movement behind the gate, but it's getting quite dark now. So there's not like you see a couple of people with torches, and you hear like the barking of like a dog. So yeah, as you go over there, and you open up the window. Remember, it's about a 30 or 35 foot drop.
Mm-hmm. How much damage do I take from jumping down?
That would be 3d10. 3d6, sorry.
6. Yeah.
3d6.
6. Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't take any damage anyway. Okay, well, could I feasibly jump from the house over the gate? Over the fence?
No, it's too far.
Okay. It's 20 foot, right?
Yeah, I maybe give. Actually, yeah, okay. Make a athletics check.
But
for
if
me.
I can see people, I would want to do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so there are people like here, but that will be your whole movement basically to jump over the fence that way, and
Yeah,
you'll basically end your turn there.
Wait until next turn and go.
Right.
Oh, what about here? 1 sec. Let me just movement. 10 foot. Oh no, because that's longer, isn't it? Oh man. Yeah, I will move to the other side of the room and jump out the other window where there's more people.
So sorry, where are you jumping?
That side. Hopefully, there's no one at the outside that window.
Okay, so you want to end up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want to jump from the house over the gate, but I can do it next turn.
Okay,
fine.
right. So if you
Oh,
yeah,
I can dash. Can I dash?
yeah, but
so-
if you're going to dash over to that side of the house, that's going to be how much movement have you got?
40.
Because you moved, yeah. So this will be like your whole movement, and then to jump over, that'll be you'll end up somewhere around here.
Do you have Step of the Wind?
Yes.
Well, that's dashing, right?
That's a bonus action. So, could I dash and then... Oh, my jump distance is doubled for the turn. So because it's a jump.
A dump, because it's a dump.
Because it's a jump, does that mean I can go twice as far?
Sure. Let's say
Yes.
yes.
Okay, I want to step off the wind out of there this way.
Okay. Right. Okay. So just make me acrobatics check then as you jump out the window. Okay, that should be enough. Hang on. So yeah, you climb out the window. It is unlatched, and from below it's getting quite dark. But you just about jump over, just sailing over the top of the broken bits of glass and nails and stuff. And as you land here, you see a couple of guys here. Hang on. Okay. So these are like thugs, you know, sort of some of the thugs you fought in the graveyard. Okay, so that's your movement and your action, is it?
Mhm.
Action? Yeah, because you dashed. Okay, Scrimshaw.
Okay. I assume this door is ajar.
Yeah, that's how you can see these guys. Sorry,
Okay,
I have to keep moving the camera manually for the stream, so I
that's
can
fine.
keep everything.
I assume there's some kind of lock on it visible.
A lock on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to walk on over and just slam and lock the door.
Okay. With what, arcane lock or something?
Just the physical lock that's on the door.
Oh, I see. No, it's a key lock.
Oh, in which case,
And
I'll not do
one of the guards will have had the key on them.
that. Okay.
So, what the fuck was the point of that?
Okay, no time to be just fanning about searching for keys. So I Will. Would I have? I suppose I probably wouldn't have heard Morna go out that way, would I?
I have hostile
no.
trace already. Though.
Yeah, she's stealthy.
Yeah, like if anything, you would have. Well, no, you wouldn't have seen anything. You don't even know where Morna is right now, to be honest. You have
She
no
could be
clue.
dead.
You don't even know she has the ring, to be honest.
Okay. In which case, I am just gonna run away. My move speed is 30, I assume, because everyone's is, unless you're a dwarf or an elf. 3,
Or a halfling.
5.
Oh no.
Any extra movement to get out of the window?
No, but it will sort of be. It'll be a free action to check if it's if the windows are open.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. The window. You could probably like jam it open. It doesn't. It seems to be locked, but it's like loosely locked. You could probably just rip it, tear it open with like a sort of a forceful pull.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
And-
Make a strength check then. Right, athletics.
That's not a good one. Ah,
Okay, that's fine. Yep. The door, the window sort of comes open in your hand as you scramble out. How far have you moved so far?
so that's my full movement.
Okay.
So did that use my action up, or do I still have that?
That would have
dash?
been an action to open the window.
Okay, in which case I think that's it for me.
Okay. Right, so these guys, you see a few more begin to. So these guys are just going to come in here. How far is this? Yeah, he can't see you. These guys are just going to try and stream in, basically. You also see a few more begin to come through the door as well.
I'm pretty sure there was about 60, wasn't there?
Well, that was in Ritok's
Head.
In Ritok's head.
So like 60 people, not necessarily all thugs.
Okay, so yeah, right. Okay, so these three are going to actually one's going to attack Gideon and two are going to attack Ritok.
Hot diggity dog.
So that's
Sorry.
four mace attacks
you-
on Ritok and
Got
two
mage
on
armor.
Gideon. So Gideon, that's a 15 and a 5. 15 hits.
Did you do mage armor last time?
Yeah, I did do mage armor on you.
Does that mean I'm not invisible anymore?
No, it's not
Yeah.
concentration.
Oh yeah, I'm still
I
invisible.
think it does hit still.
Yeah. What is your AC with mage armor?
Let me just have a look.
13 plus dex.
Yeah, so it'll be 12, so no.
Okay, so that's 7 damage to you,
Got
Gideon.
shield.
Okay, and then so that's a 17, 13, 16, 18 to Ritok. What's your AC, Ritok?
Fuck.
12.
Okay, they all hit.
Ooh.
So that's
Oh,
16, 21, 26 damage.
26 damage.
And
Nice.
you're not raging because your rage.
Yeah,
dropped.
that's all. How much? Sorry, 26. Nice.
Yeah, as these guys begin to force their way into the house, they just start going, just wailing on you as you're.
so what character would you like to play next, James?
Your barbarians have movement speed at least, and
Yeah.
Yeah, true. He does have quite a lot of movement speed. Right, Vondor.
disengage exists.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to do the true paladin thing here, aren't I? Right, right. So I'm going to go and stand in the doorway here, and I'm going to shout to Rittick
Block
and Gideon,
the exit.
"Get the fuck out of there!" And I'm going to hold this door like a true man, and I'm going to use my health potion that I have on me.
Oh yeah,
to
you
try
guys
and
all have
heal
health
myself.
potions, don't you? I think.
I have a health potion, at
I
least.
think
I know
everyone
that.
does. Yeah,
How much is a health potion?
50 gold pieces.
No, as in.
Oh,
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
So roll 2. Oh, 2d4. So 6, so 8. I'll roll for 8. So that puts me back up to 40. Okay, and am I blocking the doorway in this position?
You will be, yes.
Will these two still be able to get past me?
Yeah,
though?
it'll be difficult terrain, but you'll be able to let them through.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna stand here and tell them to peg it, and I'll hold the door.
Okay.
So is that like readying an attack, or
Can I ready an attack?
You can take a dodge action.
I'll take the dodge action.
Yeah, that might be better.
Yeah,
You're
I'll take
defending
dodge.
on it. Okay, dodge action. Right. Okay, so Gideon.
I want to use Arcane Lock. Now, I can't do it on that one below me, can I? Because the door's open and it's specified.
Yeah, it's sort of. There's just people streaming through it now.
They are also blocking it.
Okay.
The horde.
Can I kind of come to here and ready the action to Arcane Lock when Ritok and Vondel come through?
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna ready
So
Arcane
they're
Lock.
gonna
As soon
Arcane
as
Lock
we're through
when they
the
come.
door.
Sure. Okay. Right. That's cool. Right. Okay. So now it's these thugs back over where Morna is. These two have crossbows in their hands. They're gonna just fire crossbows at you. Okay.
I am invisible,
Oh, that is true. Actually, let me just do a perception check on them.
and I am using Step of the Wind as well.
Yeah. What? Can you just do a
We're not
stealth check for
scoring.
me?
Yeah. It'll be +10 to this.
Yeah, they'll have disadvantage
So,
on that.
22.
22. Okay. Well, they're definitely not seeing you.
oh, no chance to deflect missiles?
Oh no!
I mean, those crossbows do a lot of damage, so you don't want that. Right. Okay. So that's fine. Ritok.
Okay. Normally I would stay and fight, but I think when the odds are against me, I think I'm gonna run away.
Disengage from
I'm gonna listen to Vondel and go through this doorway and
disengage.
Okay, you can disengage. Okay.
and run over here.
Okay, so sort of just pushing back a few of the guards who just stumble back against the wall. You manage to get enough time to squeeze past Vondel, who's just stood there, just with his sword and shield out. Come at me!
Come on, then, you bastards!
Okay. All right. Okay, Mona.
Wow, it sure
I
would
think
be
you still have
nice.
15 feet of movement left, by the way.
Or Ritok.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should. How much did you take? So
Yeah,
that's
you should have 40.
So that's 5.
Yeah,
through
I've got
there,
40.
10 through there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll
25.
run out to
Yeah,
Scrimshaw then.
Yeah, you can get
I'll come and
next to Scrimshaw if you want.
just sort of join him.
Okay.
Hello.
So you pile out through the door. You pass Gideon, who's holding the arcane lock.
They cut my bloody arm.
Right. Okay, so Mona, your turn.
Wow, it sure would
Doesn't
be
the
nice.
well, the arcane block goes now, right?
No, because he's waiting for Vondel
Vondel's
to go
not through the door.
Oh wait, where's Vondel? Oh
Um,
yeah,
I was just
he's
blocking
underneath a dead body on my screen.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
blocking- I was blocking the doorway.
Yeah.
On the stream he's not, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, Mona.
Wow, it sure would be nice if the Oak Bull would appear somewhere near me.
Okay, so you just basically just go off the map and you'll be in there.
Okay, I'm gonna run off the map.
Okay. You actually did
Tell
off
them
the
to
map.
help us!
I moved my character one
Yeah.
more. Sorry.
Okay, well, you're not ever coming back then. Right. Okay. So yeah, running through, you see the familiar shape of the in a side alley past these guards. When you're invisible, you step into the Oak Bull. Safe with the ring.
I want to drop my invisibility as well. Hopefully, have I gone in the Oak Bull?
Yeah, you're just going in now. That'll be the end of your movement.
I don't know if Gideon can feel that the invisibility's been dropped. Just kind of show them that something's happened, but I'm probably fine because I dropped the invisibility by myself.
Okay, make a perception check, Gideon. You might be focusing on other things right now.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
I think my
what's that feeling?
concentration isn't.
I'll
Yeah.
talk to you about that later.
Oh, actually, the invisibility dropped when he held his action, right?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's already dropped. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you reappear
wouldn't
just in
have
front of
to,
those two guards, and then you just sneak through the side alley.
Bolt it.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that's you done. Scrimshaw.
Okay, I'm going to waltz on over to this wall.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet, and try and get over it.
Okay, make a athletics check.
That's not good.
Okay, yeah, this sort of wall is quite high, and as you start to climb over, this sort of the spikes just like embed itself into your hands, and you just sort of get stuck for a moment, and you're sort of just you end your turn like stuck to this wall basically.
What's the wall made of?
Oh,
It's made of brick and like stone, like sort of flint. It's quite thick. It's maybe 5 foot. Well, it's maybe 3 or 4 feet thick. So you couldn't like knock through it, but it's quite sturdy, and it's got sort of like barbed wire, like bits of glass, bits
a
of rock.
fireball might sort that out.
Yeah, I know. I've got ideas. Don't worry, we'll be fine. I'm not. I'm
Okay. Yeah. So I mean
I'm better than
that's.
that.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really anything else you can do. I don't think now. On that part of your turn.
Yeah, so that was my action to try and get over it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, then that's me.
Okay. Right. So Thug's turns. So these guys continue to stream in through here. So you're taking the dodge action,
Yeah. What does dodge do again?
and they'll have disadvantage on attacks against you.
Okay. Oh, good lord.
Oh my
Come on then!
Oh,
Who
no.
wants some? I'll give it you.
Okay. Then these guys, you begin to hear like ding 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 of the town watch, like
Yeah.
raising an alarm as well. Because this isn't actually part of the Black Hands like neighborhood.
Maybe they'll come and help.
Okay, so these guys I think are just all going to. I think a few of them are going to attack you, and a few of them are just going to try and grapple you.
Okay.
So let's have a think. So 3 of them are going to attack you. So that's 6 attacks.
Fuck you.
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay, so that's a.
What's your AC?
19.
Okay, so that's a 17, 18, 23, natural 20, 14, 10.
Okay, so only 2 of those
Yeah,
hit.
crit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's.
They got a natural 20.
Yep.
Does that mean But isn't it disadvantage to hit?
Yeah.
Did they
It
get
was-
2 natural
Yeah,
20s?
yeah, man.
Jesus, that's
Oh
one
my
for him.
god!
That's 9 damage, so that wasn't very much anyway.
Okay. So 9 for the natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Well, no, it was 9 in total.
Oh.
Oh, for both hits,
Yeah.
including a crit.
That's all you
It
got.
was a 4 and a. It was a 4 and a 5.
Pathetic.
It rolled
It
a
was
1 on
about to
its crit.
scratch.
Was the 5 even the crit?
Yeah, the 5 was the crit. It was 1. It rolled a 1 on his dice.
Oh.
Yeah, and the guy doesn't
Nice.
fucking do like any extra damage. He does +2 strength damage. Okay, so that's that, and then oh my god. Okay, so how am I going to do this? So 2 of them. So I'm just going to do. So if you do a strength check, he'll have advantage on his.
Yeah.
Strength.
Uh,
Because
Oh,
he won't-
Athletics.
yeah, athletics. Sorry. Not. Yeah, it's
Oh.
not. Is it a save? It's not a
Advantage.
save.
Well, if I have advantage, then I just got natural 20.
I don't think you do have
so-
advantage because it's just
Well, I got
dodge is
20
just
anyway.
dexterity saves.
Well,
that you
I got
get.
20 anyway, so like.
Okay, yeah. So the 2 of them go to grapple you, and they just don't manage to hold on.
Go for that.
Yeah. So like
I
you
bite
manage to just you just manage to palm them off. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, I just need to move a couple of other guys as well.
I'm a dwarf.
There's only one person laying hands on this dwarf.
Hey.
A couple of guys. All right. Okay. Just bear with me. Okay. There we go. You can't see these guys yet, but maybe soon. Okay. So that's that. Vondel.
Okay, and I will disengage. Do I need to? Yeah, I would need to disengage,
Yep.
isn't it? Yeah, so disengage through the door. So I'm now through that door, so I
Mhm.
assume Gideon can do his little locky spell.
Yeah. I kind of look at the lock and I kind of use my hands and turn.
Well, I'll
it
slam the door shut and then.
spell. Yeah.
Lock it open.
Let's not lock it open.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
step through the
and-
door, and Gideon just goes, shuts it, and casts Arcane Lock on the door.
Gideon, we need to get out of here, and I'm gonna yeet through the door, the window. So hang on, so how far have I just gone? I've gone.
That's 20.
5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm gonna go and have a. So I have 25, so I'll go 1 more forward.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Right, Gideon.
Right, I'm
You
gonna
you
come
start
out
to hear banging just on this door. It's like people trying to get through.
I want to come out to here, and I'm not 100% sure how the interaction between. I've got two ideas. My first idea that I think is probably going to be more effective will be Fireball, but I'm also interested to see what your ruling is on Chromatic Orb Acid.
Well, you're just gonna have to do it and see.
Alright, well, we're gonna go for the Fireball.
If it was made out of limestone, I'm sure it'd probably be pretty effective.
I mean, if it
Alright,
gets
I'm gonna
cast,
throw
if it gets cast right
throw a
here,
fire-
it may very well.
throw a Fireball right onto the up. Oh, how do I click it?
You don't know these guys are here, by the way. It was just born.
Just on. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it right here on the wall in front of us. Gonna...
Sure. Okay. Do you want to take a step back then?
It's a 20-foot radius.
I'm it's down.
Yeah. Okay. You'll be.
no,
You could do it a bit behind the wall in the air.
Yeah. If you
No,
just
no,
do it
no,
just
no.
above the wall, so that the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get it. So you know what I mean. Yeah.
I'll say
Try
it this way. If you do it like in the center of the wall, you'll have a more effective chance than if you did it like
Yeah,
up
well-
in the air above the wall.
We're gonna do that right in front of my line, so it won't get. Yeah.
Well, if you did it in the center, it'll probably hit Vondel.
Yeah, please don't do that.
But if you did it up in the air, it won't hit anyone. But it'll have a less effective chance of flying through the wall.
Could you just do it like? Sorry, I'm not here. Don't worry.
Why don't you do it? I don't know. I won't say.
Up then. I'll
It's
do
down
it
to
then.
you. Up in the air. Okay. All right. Well. So if you just do your damage on Fireball.
3.
Okay.
Good roll.
That's a pretty good roll actually.
I think 28's average.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that it was gonna be about 30 hit points to myself. So. Okay. Yeah. This fireball just like Gideon clicks his fingers and shards of just bits of debris and flaming sort of like bits of rock just shatter around the place, and you see this sort of like 20-foot sort of sized hole in the wall as smouldering bits of fucking rubble just fall over, and you see now as the smoke begins to clear, you see now behind this are these is the barking of a dog and a guy like having it with him on a leash, and it's not just any dog, it's like a big like
Oh,
wolf.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Did they not get damaged by it? No, they wouldn't, would they? The wall kind of.
Yeah, this is they're sort of around this area, like it's just I couldn't have them a bit further off. But like yeah, as the smoke begins to clear, you just see like just this massive direwolf on this leash. Okay, so Ritok.
I think I've got a little bit of a potion of healing left, so I'm gonna use that. Yeah, to try and
Okay.
get some health back up. Was it roll 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
Cool.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. It's like just a drawing of what this hole is. Is that alright, guys? Yeah.
Cannot see it.
I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Alright.
Great.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
it.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
17.
If it's 20-foot radius, wouldn't it be twice as long?
Oh yeah.
Or would it just be like the center of where it exploded?
I'll just say like
It's a bit higher up
I'll
as
say the
well.
hole that was actually created is that big.
Okay.
Just because like the rest of the wall will be damaged, but it won't be like as
Yeah.
like the blast center was there, and that's where most of the damage ended up. So that's basically difficult terrain there. The rest of it is like a proper wall still.
Cool.
It's not like a perfect it's not like a lightsaber. Just cut it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Just disintegrate.
All right,
the
Richard.
block
So
of
you've got
disintegration.
your 6 HP.
Yeah, I healed a little bit.
Okay, so that's a bonus action we house rule to take
Cool.
a potion.
Sure. So I can still move, yeah?
Yep.
I guess I'll just move to like just the side of the crater and peek round and maybe tell them what's there. Wait, do we already know what's there?
Well, you've just spotted this.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think I'll wait here as sort of
Okay.
an ambush, because the smoke hopefully covered my approach to the side of the wall.
just adding these guys to the.
So you readying anything?
Yeah, I've ready my great axe as well. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, in my head I'm like, oh yeah, but whenever I'm in a battle, I've got it. But then I'm like, no, you need to
Yeah, yeah.
actually be like, I'm ready. I need to ready up. Yeah, but no, my great axe is drawn. I'm ready to pounce someone. Hopefully.
Okay.
Well, it's more just using your action to ready a specific action, so that
Yeah. I've ready my
Rather than
my great axe.
All right, Mona. You are in the
Well-
Oak Ball.
I mean, I kind of want to talk to the people in there, but I can just do that when the combat's finished.
Sure. Okay. So just gonna pass off your turns.
Yeah.
Scrimshaw.
Okay, well, I assume I haven't seen this.
No. You hear barking and stuff.
Hmm. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get to there. Do I have anything that can get me further? No.
It'd be really nice to have dimension door about now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Oh,
2,
dimension door would be
3.
lovely.
4. Oh wait, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh, I can get out, can't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can just about get off the map with a dash.
Okay. So rounding the corner, you see this sort of like thing, and you're gonna try and like rugby like out the way sort of deal.
Yeah, just like do like around that way.
Okay. You sort of sidestepping. It's difficult terrain, by the way. You counted that.
Oh, that actually gets me 5 feet too short
Oh dear.
to be out. So instead, what I'm going to do, is end about there, and just peek around the corner. What
It's
what
like
is
Blood
this
Bowl.
guy?
This is
What's this guy?
you know the sort of the bandit ringleader sort of thing you fought in the graveyard. Sort of one of those
Yeah.
types of dudes.
Oh.
Like he's like but he's holding this wolf on a leash that's sort of like pulling, and he's taking most of his strength to just sort of hold on, but you know that he's just going to let go at some point.
Okay. So I assume the dogs would seem to Scrimshaw like the biggest threat.
Mm-hmm. Well, the dog seems pretty nasty. It's pretty big. It's like maybe 8 foot tall, 8 foot long, and it's like got these like his hackles up. It's like bright black. It's got like red burning eyes, and it's got sort of a like bloody sort of like leg of something in its mouth. Just to
All right, I'm taking a shot at the dog.
All right.
Oh, that's a crit. I'm gonna smite. I'm gonna smite on that. So smite level 3. Oh, it doesn't let me do that. So just roll it. So that's 48, 88 actually.
Oh dear.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Yeah, the dog's fucking dead. It's just like round the corner, just like
Oh,
just shoot.
nice.
You just like sink an arrow right in its skull, and it just goes, just collapses on the ground.
And for my second shot, the bandit leader.
Okay.
It's like that Indiana Jones scene with the guy with the whip.
Ooh,
It's-
nice.
Ah, damn it! Why didn't I Hexblade's curse? I was a 19.
Yeah.
Can I take it back? Hexblade's curse.
You still have the critoscope.
That is true. Yeah, fuck it. I'll use the critoscope.
As you use the critoscope, you know you rolled that 7.
Yeah.
You look up into the sky, and this sort of like strange, just like black tear just opens up, just maybe about 20 feet above you, and just everything just begins to rise up. So everyone in 20 feet of Scrimshaw needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuzz.
That's me as well.
Hey.
Am I alright?
Is that including
No.
Scrimshaw?
Yeah, you're this. Yeah, you as well.
A1?
Oh god.
Oh.
I need one.
You're not within. Oh yeah, you are. You are within 20 feet.
Okay.
These guys are all. I need to do one for them as well.
Is it a magical ability?
It's not an ability. It's sort of like a sort of a weird tear. Like as you watch Scrimshaw begin to use this sort of the power within the critoscope, his eyes flare, and then suddenly this just tear appears, and everything just gets lifted up. Basically, like all the stones, bits of rubble.
What's happening?
Oh my god, you guys! No, and you don't get the advantage on it either because it's obviously not a spell. I think.
No.
Okay, so you all get lifted up, and you get just sort of pulled closer and closer to this tear, which goes, and you as you see begin to peer through, you see like this like burning sun that just like is just raging, just like almost through like a tear in space, and you see like all these like planets and stars just floating around it, and then suddenly it just closes and drops you all back down on the ground.
Ow!
So that's gonna be GR2D6. That's 11 damage.
Oh my god.
Would I take that?
What did you get? Oh, you're fine.
Cool.
You got an natural 20, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just about managed to hold on to something as everyone gets all these.
Just holding onto a bit of the wall that's been torn away.
Yeah, all these guys fucking took all this as well though.
Okay. Well, regardless, I'd still like to use my attack,
Yeah.
which I assume a 26 hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 8 damage plus. I'm going to smite again.
It's still a crit.
Oh, nice. Oh,
So how much was that in total?
I need to roll another
55
D8.
damage. No, yeah, 55 damage.
Oh, that just kills him.
Fucking
54.
hell. Nice.
Just
And my
just
bonus,
crumples as well.
and for my bonus action, I'm going to drink that mana potion to give me another slot.
Okay, sure.
And that's it for me.
Cool.
I'm prone
Nice.
as well, I believe. I believe everyone that fell would be prone.
For me.
Yeah, you'll be prone. Right. Okay. So, let's think. Yeah. This guy's just gonna come here and here, and you see this guy. Instead of like shooting or moving up, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small little bead, and he just chucks it right here at Vondel and Gideon. So if you two make a dexterity saving throw.
Can this be counterspelled?
No, it's not a spell.
It's
It sounds like an object.
No,
I
this
assumed it was the necklace of fireball type thing.
No. It's a like a little bead he takes out of his pocket. Okay, so you guys, he throws this bead at you, and this bubble just appears and just sucks you into it, and you guys basically are just like suspended in this bubble of force.
We move or do anything in it.
When it comes to your turn, you can work it out. But basically, you're both in your individual bubbles, which are like sort of 5 foot by 5 foot across. Right?
Oh dear.
Yeah, these two are going to just attack Scrimshaw.
I'm gonna suck. Oh, I thought I said suck Scrimshaw. Oh, Jesus.
They're already on their knees.
11, 23, 21, 8. 2 hits, I guess.
Yep.
That's a 6 and a 9. So that's going to be
8.
15.
Okay.
Okay. Fondle. So you're suspended in this bubble. You notice that sort of pushing against it, you can move it, but this bubble itself, you can't interact with anything. You can sort of, it's almost like one of those Zorb sort of balls. And
So I could try to make myself float away.
well, it's not. It doesn't float. It sort of just rolls. But you notice that. What it does basically, you will use your action to, and you can move up to half your movement speed, whilst in it. But you can't interact with anything, and I would show you the beads of force thing. Actually, I'll show you that.
They're in Zorbs.
Remember in the critical role thing, Sam's character ended up like in the water in a bead of force thing.
Oh, really?
So it was literally like one of those.
The Zorb. The
They were just like
Zorbles.
rolling on the spot, and building up speed and moving 5 feet a turn.
Okay.
That's funny.
So how far can? Sorry, so it's half my movement in this.
Yeah. So your
like I'm very
sphere of
far.
transparent force encloses the area for 1 minute. You're trapped inside the sphere. You can push against the sphere's wall, moving the sphere up to half a creature's walking speed. It can be picked up, and its magic causes it to only weigh 1 pound, regardless of the weight of the creatures inside.
Do you take fall damage while in it?
If you fall off a cliff, I don't know, maybe.
At the high time currently.
Just go off and like just kick them into orbit.
Okay, so you can move, yeah, up to half your movement speed.
Okay. Or I can try and get out of it.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, well, I'll use half my movement speed to try and float away.
Okay, so this is difficult terrain, so that's 20.
I'd rather be going sort of that way. Oh, no, sorry, hang on, wrong one. Sort of that way. Actually, you can't see that.
Like over this way.
Yeah, over this way.
Yeah, so how much is your movement speed?
25.
So that'll be a 15.
Okay.
And then it'll be difficult terrain across all, like these things here. Is all difficult terrain.
Well, I can't go any further than 15 anyway.
Yeah.
Can you move then dash, or is it only actions to move?
No, because it's an action to move, to push against the walls of the sphere.
So, 1, 2, so I can go to here.
He's just going bloop, just sort of like zooming
Yeah,
around.
Okay,
Okay,
and
Gideon.
that's my turn. I
Okay,
guess.
Gideon, you're the same.
Done.
He's like, bloop, bloop.
Gideon, help us!
Nothing I can do, right? So-
Rip the captain and his dire wolf. Ritok.
That was a nice
Cool.
score.
I'm just gonna move up next to Scrimshaw and attack the guy like right in front of me. I'm using Savage Attack, Reckless Attack, Frenzy, and Rage.
Okay.
Can I do all that? Yeah.
You can't frenzy attack and rage on the same turn.
Oh well, I'll be.
You raged last turn, did you?
I haven't
no,
even.
drank a
No.
potion last time.
Oh yeah,
Drank a
right.
potion,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you can't do frenzied attack.
Oh okay. I'll just do Rage then.
Okay.
And then yeah, Reckless Attack and
Great Weapons Master. Do you have Great Weapons?
yeah, Great Weapon Master and Extra Attack as well.
Okay.
And time with the Great Axe.
Okay.
I have out.
Big damage. Right, that hits.
Ritok Smash.
Didn't you ready
Yeah,
it?
yeah, that hits.
Hey, it's the catch. Right?
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, so that's plus 10 to that as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's dead.
Cool. And I have an extra attack. So can I attack the guy next to him?
Yep.
Cool. I'll just do the same thing. Pull my axe out of his fucking chest cavity and go and swing for his head.
Okay.
Is that hit?
Yep.
Cool.
And that's plus 10, so that's 17. That doesn't kill him.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
That's my turn, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, these guys have been moving in the background. It's just that's where you last saw them. So
Cool.
After
probably see a
my
couple coming around the corner now.
after my each of my 2 arrows off, could I have just shouted, "That's what every one of my arrows does" to the other guards around?
Oh, you should have done that on your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. I would have made you do an intimidation check, but that was quite a baller fucking thing to say.
Yeah.
To it. Right. Okay. So
As far
Scrimshaw.
as they know. I can't. Well, I have disadvantage on this guy. I will fire an arrow at this guy over here.
Mhm.
Actually, I will Hexblade's curse him first because I'm not going to be an idiot this turn.
Okay.
And then longbow.
Longbow. That hits.
Okay, so that's 18, and I'll just fire again.
Yeah, that hits as well. 6.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
How was he looking after the first one?
After the first one, he's looking at. He's looking He's looking really hurt now.
Yeah, I'm not going to smite. I'll save it. Shall I? Yeah, fuck it, smite.
Finish him!
Smite,
Finish him.
smite, smite, smite.
Oh, actually, plus 3 to each of those hits, so another 6.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
he's dead.
Nice, and I get some health back because of Hexblade's curse, thing that I forgot to do last time and nearly got me killed.
Okay.
And that number is a certain amount that I don't remember because it doesn't come up very often. Warlock level plus charisma modifier, so 8 hit points back.
Nice.
24. That is a nice chunk to get. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Right.
I guess I'll move round to this side of him.
Sure. Okay. Right, so you start to see now a few thugs streaming out of this window after you guys. So let's see there, and then you see a few more coming around this side. And come up here.
Ooh.
And a few like this. So yeah, you see these guys streaming out. Vondel and Gideon, these two guys are just gonna try and grab you, but because you weigh 1 pound and you're inside this bubble, they just hold these bubbles and then just start to turn around with you in them. So you go, oh.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so like they're just gonna drag you like back 5 feet, basically. They can't hurt you in these bubbles, but the bubbles last a minute, so.
And there's no way of getting out of it.
No.
Oh, fuck. But we can try and move ourselves back.
Yeah, I mean, you weigh 1 pound, so I'm not. It doesn't really say how they're supposed to work, but I don't suppose that you can't like exert much force if you weigh 1 pound. I don't know. It's a bit strange. Anyway, so and the rest of these two guys here are going to fire crossbows at Ritok and Scrimshaw. So one Ritok, one Scrimshaw.
Cool.
Right. So Scrimshaw 16, Ritok 14.
Yep. Hits.
Yep, hits.
Okay, so Scrimshaw 10 damage, Ritok 1 damage, and your rating
Oh,
so
no.
halved. So
Half a damage.
just 1 damage.
I'll take 1. Yeah.
Really, natural 1 on the D10. Okay.
For fuck's sake.
All right, Vondel.
Must be my lucky charm.
I mean, can I even attempt to move myself forward?
Make an athletics check. Let's have a look. I'll give you disadvantage on it
Is the ball slippery?
though.
The ball is slippery.
Yeah, I say it is, but like because people around are holding it, there's 2 people around. You know, it's sort of. I'm sorry, I gave you disadvantage on it, so it's like you're pushing against it, but they're just sort of holding you there. As obviously more people are streaming up.
It's not
Okay.
looking good for Gideon. and Bond.
Gideon,
No.
Oh wait, am I not allowed to use an action?
that was your action.
Oh, okay. That was my action. Okay.
You just got 15 feet with it. This
Yeah,
fucking
cast
so
a spell
retarded.
inside the ball in the hopes that it will combust it, or is that not going to happen?
Oh, that's
You can try.
Fireball!
Suicide.
It's a wall of force, so it's the same as sort of like the cube of force sort of thing. So spells can't pass through it.
That doesn't mean it couldn't blow it up from the inside, right?
Yeah, it doesn't say on the thing. I'd assume it's sort of similar to that though. That it just sort of lasts for a minute.
So no.
I mean you can always try like if you have some ingenious idea. Or like you can use gust or something to like push the ball away.
I have an idea, but I don't know if
Oh,
I'm
you
allowed to
can't-
say it.
You can't say it,
You're
can
not
you?
there. Right, yeah. Yeah, it just can be picked up.
It doesn't say anything about casting things that have like an effect outside or inside. It only says about
Yeah.
effect passing through specifically.
Yeah. So I think you could probably cast like a fireball. Anything that the magic sort of appears outside and doesn't cast from you would be fine.
And you'd be protected from a fireball.
Yeah, but is that how it works? I thought it comes from you.
I will
have a
rule.
read.
I will rule it. It will just be a coin flip. You can just a D2. 1 is bad. Like a 1 is it doesn't go through, and a 2 is it does.
If it doesn't go through, does it originate inside the
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Because
Oh,
it's something
beautiful.
that it's something that I don't know, but it's also something that Gideon wouldn't know either. So it's like, you know, it's a bit of that. It's a gamble, you know. Yeah, what do you think? You gonna give it a try?
I'd rather just wait for the ball to finish and then just do it on myself, to be honest.
We might be quite far away by the time.
There'll be
that-
more of them around us then. won't
You're just gonna suicide
just
you and
suicide.
bundle.
Suicide ball. All right. Okay. So Gideon, what do you want to do?
there? This turn, I'm just going to do an athletics.
Okay. With disadvantage.
Because I don't want to take that risk. Can't
Yeah,
take, like, I'll die.
Sure,
I don't
sure.
have any of my hit points left. So. It's not bad.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah. They're still holding on. Sorry, mate. Right. Ritok.
Can I wait? Did we discover that we can't damage those balls at all from the outside or the inside?
You don't know whether you can or not.
Right. Okay. Can I launch a javelin at one and then run away?
Sure. make a
You're
javelin
gonna
attack.
launch. Sorry, who are you javeling?
You.
One of the balls.
Well, the ball.
Thanks.
What check did you want me to make? Sorry.
A javelin throw.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like a yeah.
Yeah, you sort of just go, and the javelin just goes bong, just like bonks off it.
Vondel just looks
flips
back at you
over.
like, "What are you doing?"
Okay. After seeing that didn't work, I'm just gonna run away.
Okay. No.
Oh!
You're gonna leave Vondel, your old pal Vondel. You're not even gonna try and save Vondel.
I did try. That was my trying.
Yes,
You can try and grab the ball off of them.
this thug is going to do a attack of opportunity as you run away.
Okay. Which one? Sorry.
He rolls an 8 anyway. This one. But yeah, he rolled an 8.
Oh,
So
okay.
He just like
Alright.
mindlessly lashes out at you as you try and run past. So
Yeah.
you're out.
Is this
Nice.
Is
That
this
means I don't have to take one.
Yeah. Scrimshaw.
So, am I in the raging ball now?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. You're out now. The oak ball.
Cool.
Okay, I feel like he
Oak
might
ball, yeah.
tell. If he tells me what happens, can I go back out?
Well, you've gone up into the top, right? So it'll be a couple of turns for
Okay.
Ritok to get there.
Oh fuck. Do I just abandon them?
Rondel says, "Just go. It's too late for us now. Get out of here, you fool! Fly, you fool!"
I'm sorry. And I'm gonna. I am gonna cast Shatter on the 4 that are around them.
Okay.
So that's a 10-foot radius, so
Yeah.
I should be able to encompass all 4 of them.
Sure. What is that?
And
Constitution.
It is a Constitution saving throw.
16, 6, 16, 18.
My save is 14.
Okay, so one fails.
Okay, so that's 48.
Could it be the one holding Vondel?
Okay, so that's 17 on this guy. He's not dead. He looks hurt though. And the rest of them is halved, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be 8 for rest.
Don't suppose any of them are made of inorganic materials, such as stone, crystal, metal.
No, unfortunately not. They seem very much biological.
Okay, and I'm out.
Okay, so you're gonna run off as well.
Yep.
Okay, so I think we're not gonna do the next 8 rounds in turn order.
Yeah, I think me and Gideon may just want to roll RP the rest of this.
Okay, so seeing everyone else run off, rounding the corner into the oak ball, managing to have gone through the blasted side of the wall, you guys in these bubbles of force are sort of almost effortlessly dragged back.
Can I do something?
Sure. No, what's
The
that?
pages in my. Can I rip out 2 pages in my spellbook? One that contains fireball, and one that contains invisibility, and stuff it in my shoe.
Okay, sure. Okay, so you just gonna get everyone else who hasn't shown up yet around here, and they're all just going to basically sort of train their arrows on you for when you, and they sort of are just like signaling you to surrender, basically.
Gideon, put your hands up and surrender.
I'm scared.
It'll be alright, laddie.
You as you're sort of held in the courtyard for the last few moments inside this bubble, you hear like clapping, like
No, I know that clap.
as stepping through this gate is Merithacure.
It's fine. She likes us.
And she says, and she says, I've got to say that was very impressive. An impressive
Your
attempt, at
home
least.
Your home decor is disgusting. That's all I have to say to you, and I will say no more.
Is this the one that tried to recruit us?
Yeah, this is the one Vondel tried consistently to kill.
Cool.
Hang on a
Sorry,
second.
I just needed to remember.
Do I
that
even
bit.
have her? I don't know. I'm just gonna get a drow mage. She's not a drow, but just so you can see who she is.
But she's evil, so.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what being drow
All evil people have dark skin. Oh no.
That was on the stream.
Oh.
Hope you don't become a politician, Mike.
Yeah. That's
an
D&D for you, isn't it? Why is this not coming up? Anyway, so she's whilst we're trying to work out exactly how this goes on. She says, you might not like my home decor, but I decided to have it for myself and not for you to spy on. But seems like your friend managed to get off with what she was looking for. So I suppose there's a happy ending for everything.
They're gonna come for us, and you're gonna be sorry.
The bubble ends, and you're sort of just like surrounded by these thugs who have basically they have their arrows and stuff just pointed at the back of your base of your necks. Like it's gonna be a right nightmare to get out of this.
Well, I'm just not going to say anything. Vondel's just going to stare at her.
Unfortunately, for myself, I quite needed that ring. So I think you are going to be spending a lot of time with me until I get it back. She looks at her nails and kicks the grass a bit.
I hope you like dice. Got dice here. Play a game of dice if you'd like.
A dice salesman. A dice salesman.
Is that like a
You
persuasion?
can buy them if you'd like. I tried to sell them to the lad over there, head missing, but unfortunately he wasn't inclined.
You now see the guy that was inside the force field, hopping out of the of the basement and hobbling over like bloodied.
He also wasn't very inclined to the dice. Don't know. Could have
he's
taken
like-
the dice, mate.
He goes up to her and he says, "Oh, thank you for getting my message." And she says, "No problem. So, what are we going to do with these then? I suppose we should sell them off to Kaya, shouldn't we? But I'm not on the best terms with him right now. So,
Did you have a lover's tiff?
No. Remember, last time we spoke, I told you that I wanted to go my own way, but seems like though Kaya has a lot of money out for you guys.
Is that so? Oh,
Yes.
that's nice.
After you found something that he really wanted,
What was that?
like I don't know. So, let's take you
You're
to
not
him,
high
shall we?
enough in the power chain to know that.
You just hear the ding 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 of the town guard as she pulls out a bit of chalk and starts to just draw on the ground this sort of teleportation circle, and she says, "Right, let's take you here then, shall we?" And the guards nudge you up and push you towards her.
I hate portals.
Counterspell.
I don't think we
I-
have that in a spell book,
I
unfortunately.
imagine I'm in a position of surrender at the moment, so
Yeah,
I
I
there's
doubt
a-
I can.
there's a lot.
Yeah. That probably not.
Yeah, please don't try anything.
Don't try it.
Don't try it.
How's the high ground?
Yeah, she finishes the ritual of the teleportation circle, and she and a few of the thugs. I think only 8 people can go through. So her, and then you guys. Oh, and-
Vondel's staying behind.
so yeah, so they're holding on to you guys, and you just sort of get transported through this like sort of blue purpley shift, and then you just appear in the basement of the Mayhelm. You've been there actually before, Gideon.
Yeah.
And it's sort of seeing the barrels and the and a few people like around looking at you, and they just go off their separate ways as Meredith sort of stands up and dusts off her shirt and says, "Well, let's take you to the big man, shall we?"
Thought
Yeah.
you were the big man.
You know,
Evander, I guess we can pay off our bills to the inn now.
Ha! We could. We owe a lot of money to this inn. glad you took us in. Now we can pay him back. Thank you. Thank you so much.
right. Well, she knocks on the door of the where you overheard Kaya and a couple of people from the Arcanum talking. A few damn sessions. That was a long time ago now. And after a few moments, the tall figure of Kaya opens the door. You notice in the background is this figure who has quite this, like, wearing this sort of dark plate suit of armor. You can't see his face, but he seems quite imposing and sort of just chilling in the back. And Kaya looks at you and says, "Oh, you have a gift for me, do you?" Meredith says, "Well, I've heard that you wanted some new friends."
Can you get on with it?
We'll go over to the Oak Ball as the rest of the people are now streaming through, just like going through the gates and going up into the top, meeting up with everyone else.
Oh, Morna, you're here.
Oh my god, you have no idea what I've been through!
What about what we've been through?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Can we then share?
Wait, Scrimshaw, did you see Vondel and Gideon get through?
They were taken.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
no.
I don't know how we're going to get them back.
Right, we might need to talk to someone about how we get in contact with the Black Hand. Did you get the ring at least?
Yes, I pull it out and I share my story about the terrifying disintegration ray.
Massamantha, you see now staring at you, and she says, "Black Hand, they took your friends."
Apparently
Yes.
so.
But they're pretty
Gideon.
brave. I'm sure it's nothing serious.
Cut
Gideon
to
and
black.
Vondel.
Ah!
Going towards-
Torture chamber.
Let me go!
Um,
I would
what
really
are they?
like someone to tell me what this ring does.
Oh, let's go to our resident party wizard. Oh, wait.
Well, I was hoping somebody in the tower would know because they seem quite knowledgeable about this kind of stuff.
Massa will have a look at it. She sort of comes over to you and takes it and says, "Father Bound asked you to take this, to take this from her." Interesting. What would he want with this?
What does it do?
There are some items that people use for gaining power. There are some items that people use to gain riches. This is one of those items that people use to gain, say, influence. It tells you the truth. I wonder why Father Bound would be interested in this.
Oh, that's shit.
Mona,
I
did,
can't use that.
did you say that she said it was his?
Is it his ring?
Well,
That's what he said.
Yeah,
might
he told
think
me
it's
it
his.
was his. I do worry that if we just give it back to him, they'll go and take it right back.
If Father Bound asked for it, and what did he promise in return?
He's promised to pledge himself to the strangers.
He already promised that years ago,
Yeah.
but clearly he wants it for some reason. It might be worth, if we are going to now... I mean, this war has basically been started now. Your friends have been taken, and if we're going to need allies, we're going to need Father Bound just try and see if he will do what he says.
You call it a war, but there's a lot of them, and well, there's just a handful of us, and well, I mean, the strongest one of us can't leave this tower.
You're right. Yes. I am quite. I'm quite useless at this time, but I hope that once we can deal with the Black Hand, we might be able to find out maybe some answers on how I can get out of here. They seem to be in leagues with a lot of the mages of the world, especially the mages of the Arcanum in Lavar. If anyone's going to know, they will.
So maybe once they're dealt with, those people would be more inclined to assist.
Possibly. You never know. I myself have hundreds of thousands of books in this place, and I haven't found any answers in any of them.
But what about Vundel and Gideon? I mean, it's good that we got the ring, but we don't even know if they're alive. Any ideas about how to contact the Black Hand so we can see if they're dead or not?
I fear that the Black Hand, they will just want more. They will just they'll at the very least they'll want the ring back, and then we'll be at square one. But they will want an eye for an eye. You killed I assume you killed a few of their workers.
I didn't kill any of them.
Couple.
I turned to the other two.
Just what, covered in blood.
We weren't supposed to kill anyone.
I mean, there was Big Dog. It was quite scary. I fired an arrow.
It was a fine shot, though.
There was a tear in space, and they both got eviscerated. I'm not sure there was anything left of them, to be fair, so no evidence. I don't know.
A tear in space.
Yeah, a few of us.
Yeah, what was that? Because I
like-
just grabbed hold of a wall and I felt I was getting sucked into something.
So, the Elder Box that we found, or the Critoscope as we've been calling it. Weird name, I'm not sure what a crit is, but...
It's where you do something really cool.
Critical action.
Critical, yeah.
So, well, I can use. So I've figured out over the course of the past few days, I can use that, and it will basically allow me to do one thing particularly well. When I used it, a rip in space appeared, and we got sucked up towards a sun in that tear. Luckily, didn't go into the sun. That would have probably hurt.
Seems that you were particularly unlucky with that use of it. But I have heard of these sort of items. The more they are abused, the more likely terrible things are to happen. I would be careful with its use.
Maybe save it only for when absolutely necessary. So as we say they're more likely to happen, is that just by nature of having used it more, or by nature
I think
of
with further
becoming
uses,
more and more?
With further uses,
likely?
it becomes more sort of unexpected to some of the things it does.
So maybe some kind of cool-off period.
I don't know. Only through experimentation. But if you want to put your life on the line, then go ahead.
Yeah, if that's what happens after using it just a few times, then I don't know what's going to happen with experimenting with it more.
Yes, and well, it could happen in this tower, and then the whole tower disappears, the whole pocket dimension.
At least that might get you out.
in some.
Hopefully back into the material plane.
Well, we could always maybe think of. I mean, the energy inside there is definitely worth thinking about possibly trying to use in the future, maybe to get me out or
Mm.
to find some way of getting me out. But right now, I know as much of its use as you do. But
do you
anyway,
have a question.
oh yes, go ahead.
Can we leave this ring here? I just don't really want it on me as we wander around.
Of course, you are free to leave whatever you like here, but
Yeah, don't take it. Ew.
that's a
Yeah,
rather
fly
cruel
away with
joke. That's a rather cruel joke to someone who's been
Oh no, I don't. Oh yeah.
trapped in a tower for
Don't take
3,000
it.
years.
Hey, doesn't even matter if you do take it.
Fun.
Yeah. Comedy can help with dark situations.
Have fun walking to the library and back with it.
Well, she says as she takes a drink of her apple juice. I think it might be worth taking this to Father Bound. He's not one to play games. Not really.
Okay.
I think that
So
if he says he's going to do something, he will do it. But he might ask you
Okay.
for more help with certain things. I don't know.
What kind of support do you think Father Bound could offer us?
He has a lot of followers. Some in very high places in the city. He's
So most of our allies rest on him right now.
yes. He is he's the last stand for the Tempest Brand's sort of theocracy. You know, he's the only person who's religious standing up to them, and a lot of the nobility they respect that. They fund him and protect him, and the nobility don't get on with the Black Hand very well. There's a peace that the Black Hand have had with the nobility for a few years now. It's called the Secret Peace, I think, because no one wants to admit that it's there, but it's really there to stop a war breaking out in the streets.
Whoopsie.
But
Okay.
I think we should go give him this ring then.
I think maybe we should take a rest first.
sure, I'm sure that he'll be able to explain more.
Okay, great.
Oh,
I-
also, real quick, when is the tournament?
That isn't.
I completely forgot the date.
5 days.
That's your top priority.
A
Taken,
little
right?
bit.
Thing.
I think that's
We
in-
need to go to the tournament, don't we?
This is out,
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
out of it. I just want to know what date we're in.
You're
Ask for
currently on the
uprise, be the
30th day
return
of
of our
spring.
friends.
Yeah, you're currently in
Right,
the 30th day
okay.
of spring, but it'll be the 31st after you've had your long rest. That'll be 4
Right.
days.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so if you guys are going to have a long rest, we'll go back to the guys in the
The
mayhem.
lads.
So you two, are you there, Gideon?
Mhm.
Okay, so you two find yourselves chained to sort of like pipes in the basement, with Merith and Kaya sort of chatting amongst themselves. Kaya says, "Oh, you never actually, came back after you did all that stuff." And she says, "Well, I have my own things I need to do, but I'm here now." And they sort of like look at each other in this sort of strange, quite sexually activated energy. And then before Merith stands up and starts to walk off, and she says, "I hope that the nobility do not mind all those dead bodies inside the old town." And Kaya says, "I'll pay off whoever I need to." Right, let's get work on these guys then. He turns to you two, and the guy in the big guy in the sort of the black armor comes, and he says, "What are we gonna do with them?" And he says, "I don't know. So they could be helpful. They could be useful. They seem. I mean, you two seem quite honourable. I like that."
Don't talk
Silence.
to him, Gideon. Don't talk to
Yeah,
him. Gideon.
I'm just going to be silent.
Well, I'm sure you probably know by now that we aren't on the best of terms with the strangers. He says, sort of just, nonchalantly sitting back, crossing his legs, takes out like a pipe and begins to smoke it. He says, I hope you understand that the strangers aren't as innocent as they had you think. No, it's all politics in this town. It's all politics.
You still sorry? Were you talking? I was in my own little world there.
Well, you're very cheeky, very interesting, and
I'm a dwarf. It runs all of us really. We're all a bit cheeky. See.
well, I'm not here for any information because honestly, I don't really need anything from you.
That's what you think.
All I want to do is to get that ring that Marith wants.
Oh, you want the ring? Well, you're never gonna get it back, so that's that really.
He stands up and he edges closer to you, and he sort of squats down right by Gideon, so his like eye line is on the same level with Gideon. And he sort of grabs his chin and pulls up his face and says, "And you." Don't pretend that we didn't spot you sneaking around here the other day.
I just kind of don't really give much of a reaction, or try not to.
When you came down here, it was very interesting, actually, because I didn't think it was of any importance at first. I thought it was just a nosy orphan sneaking his way around. But then I saw you coming out of that cave, hiding that artifact. Now, I don't know why you need it, or what you know about it, but I have people up on the food chain who would like it very much. And if you get it for me, maybe we can forgive everything else that happened today, happened in the past. Forgive all those debts that you accrued with us. How does that
My
sound?
helm debt's quite big.
I turn to Vondel and kind of look at him with eyes that
I don't need to tell you that I'm lying, do I, Gideon?
it's like you can tell that Gideon's slightly wavering.
Don't give in to him, Gideon. Don't give in to him.
I say to Kaya, I go, and what happens if I say no?
Well, I suppose you'll never find out what that mage you stole that book off really wanted. He came and visited me,
None of your business.
You think I didn't have a look at that spell book of yours when we brought you in here?
It's not really much.
Yeah, you think of yourself as a fancy wizard. You think of yourself as smart, intelligent, know what they're doing. Fortunately, the Arcanum are in my pocket as much as anyone else. And if you want true power, if you want honest power, it will serve your best interest to work with me. I don't ask for anything that is unfair. Again, it's just all politics. But I would ask that you make it easy for yourself.
What
As for
about the dwarf?
Vondel
Oh.
just sort of starts laughing. You're not very good at this, you know.
As for your dwarf friend, well, I don't think he has it. I don't think he has it in him to go against his vow or whatever he said. I don't particularly care. I'm not interested in dwarves and their vows and their religions and their politics. All I care about is power. I care about influence. And what I want most of all is I want that Elder Box.
I have no idea what you're messing with.
And you do?
More than you. You're just a sad, lonely man. Gonna get him anything he wants.
When's feeding time? By the way, getting a bit hungry over here.
Well,
Haven't
we'll
eaten
see
in a
how your
while.
friends feel after I send you a body part or two.
Well, you
Send
can
them a
take
body
a little
part.
bit more of this finger if you like. I'm already missing a little bit of it, so you may as well take a little bit of that.
He
That's,
stares
courtesy of the-
stares at one door and he just sort of stands back up. I have plenty of time with you guys. Don't worry. My friend over here.
Fantastic.
My
I'll get
friend
to know
over
you.
here, he'll get to know you, I'm sure. In good time. But
I'm sure.
as for food, there's a rat or two going around here, I think. Maybe if you can catch it. And he starts going up the stairs and slams the door behind him.
I only see one rat, and he just walked up the stairs.
The guy in the armor goes upstairs as well. You're sort of on your own for now.
Vondo, it looks like we lost the one thing we both thought we had.
And what's that, Gideon?
Freedom.
I've been in this situation before, Gideon. It's all game for them.
What do you suggest we do then?
Don't give in to them. We're just gonna have. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do. We have to hope and wait that our friends do come.
I'm not sure I can hold on forever. I'm not about losing an arm and a leg for this.
The thing is, Gideon, they'll never let you go. So there's no point.
Titus's sake, we need to try something, don't we?
What do you propose? I mean, we're tied up. They've taken my weapons. They've taken my
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
armor. I've got
Yeah.
nothing left.
My shoes on, sorry.
Yep. Your arms are
Like-
bound to a sort of a.
Wait, so what have they taken? Just to clarify.
They've
what
pretty
have
much taken like all your bags, your belts, your weapons, and you just sort of got your underclothes on. And they did a quick search, but you know, there's not like, you know, they managed to go through your pockets and stuff. They didn't really bother too much with anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, I managed to hide a couple things in my shoe that might help us get out.
Like what?
Couple spells.
Which spells?
A fireball and invisibility.
Well, I don't see much use for the first one, but the second one could definitely be handy. We need to
Anything
get out of
that-
these restraints first.
I mean, I've been in a few handcuffs in my time, but these seem pretty sturdy.
Well, not sure really what to suggest. There's no breaking them, that's for sure. I don't.
Vondel, just so you know, if things do look bad, I will survive.
I'm not gonna let them hurt you, Gideon. Don't you worry.
I'm not gonna let them hurt you, but if they're gonna start doing it, I'm gonna have to strike a deal or something.
No, if they go for me, you leave it. You don't do anything.
I can keep that.
You let them do what they have to do.
Oh, I have a question, Mike.
Yep.
Can you smite with your hands?
What do you mean?
Like a melee attack. It doesn't have to be with a weapon, right? If you're smiting.
I remember reading something about it. I'll have to look it up.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted.
Don't think unarmed strikes can smite.
Are we tied
Yeah.
together?
No, you're both tied to like your own
I
little
was gonna say, if
posts.
I smite with Gideon right behind me, probably gonna hurt Gideon quite badly. But
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
thinking.
targeted.
mm,
Can I just try something?
Sure.
I want to cast the cantrip Ray of Frost on, not on my bindings, but something far. I don't know if I can angle my hand or something.
Hang on, sorry. Let me just have a look. Is Ray of Frost
Iron
somatic?
bar. That's a good point.
I think
It's a
but
cantrip. It is.
I believe it is somatic.
Yeah, it's somatic. Unfortunately, you can't. The hands are bound.
It's a shame.
Has to be a weapon.
Is there any way I can
Well,
kind of get?
according to Sage advice, unarmed attacks are melee weapon attacks, but they don't work with Divine Smite because it requires a weapon, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I can do.
Are all other wizard spells going to be somatic then?
If they have an S, then whilst you're bound, you
Yeah,
can't
they
use
do.
them.
Okay.
So just verbal only
Yeah,
until they put a
then I
gag.
can,
Until they put a gag on you.
like, see how the how tight the restraints are.
Yeah, make a strength check.
I suppose unless you can get a limb on the specific material component for something.
Yeah, you're sort of you're tugging and pulling, and not really budging. DC's quite high.
Fondle might give it a go if that's possible.
Yeah. It's making a bit of noise, by the way. This thing, as you're pulling against it, it goes. It creaks, and it sort of makes it. You have absolutely no idea how loud that is outside of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. You both are just tugging against it, and.
I think we're in it for the long haul.
Okay, we'll have a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Does that mean that the cuffs could count as an improvised smash them together?
I think technically, as long as you just hit them with something that's not your fist.
Yeah. I don't know if improvised weapons count as weapons. I assume they do.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I will be
Yeah,
back in a second.
I'd probably roll it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Though,
why.
to be
Like,
honest,
I think the only reason unarmed strikes can't is just so you don't multi-class monks as like paladins and just have like these badass.
Yeah,
Are
like
you saying you're going to allow me? Or...
that's that. Thing is, like, a multi-classed monk paladin with all the attacks and stuff is still bad.
Yeah,
So, like, if someone really wants to do that, just let it happen.
I know.
So
yeah.
did you say you're,
Like,
you're
I would
allowing-
like, if it were me, I
Um,
would just let unarmed attacks work with it because it doesn't
Yeah.
break anything.
Yeah.
So you'd say you're allowing an unarmed strike the smite.
I probably won't because well, I'll probably if you're using it on a person, I will. If you're using it on
Okay.
something, I won't because I think
Okay.
Divine Smite it specifically says you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Yeah, it does.
I have it open. Yeah, same with the other smite as well, Eldritch.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
Because
so like you can't smite things. You just can smite people
Yeah.
and creatures.
What
Because I was
about
thinking
Divine?
earlier of just like making an attack against the wall
Yeah.
and like smiting it.
What about
Has
what
to be
about divine headbutt?
Bam! That'd be dwarf as fuck, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Or shoulder barge. It's like I'm the juggernaut.
All right, I'm just gonna get a drink.
Same.
USB charger rather
Hello,
than
I'm back.
conventional sort of
Yeah,
thinner port.
usually the
I'm
Thunderbolt.
trying to find one that converts that USB into a regular USB. Like
Is it Type C?
I believe so. Yes.
What shape is it?
It looks like a USB but slightly thinner, and it can be connected in both ways.
Is it symmetrical?
Should I send you a picture of it?
Sure.
If it can be connected both ways, it's probably a Type C.
Yeah, I believe it is a Type C, but Richard Camp. Here he is.
And that-
Boom.
That's what
Hello,
it looks. I'll send you
hello.
another picture because that's not the greatest picture.
Where is it? Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
How y'all gonna get out of this one?
Oh, what is that? I can't tell what that is from the second picture.
Okay, I'm gonna send it.
I can't tell what
closer up.
shape it is.
Okay, I'll send it at a
What is-
slightly different angle.
I just see squares.
Maybe it's one of
You
the.
sure
Maybe
you're
it's
not just
Type D.
lying?
Wait, is that? What is that?
See, this is the problem I'm having.
See, that just looks like some proprietary other cable.
No, I've seen them before. I have seen them on different.
Send me the
Types of-
picture.
I think it's Levine. It's a thing. I think it's sort of specific laptop kind of thing going on here.
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah, I do
send
not
you-
recognize that.
I'll send you one of the ones I sent.
I assume that's just like a single spoke in the middle.
It is. It's a single pin.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't think that's like a standard thing.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
I do not even recognize it.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
what the fuck? That's just like a laptop charger or something, then, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, that's what it is.
It looks proprietary.
Definitely. Just-
Yeah, I'm trying to find like a. I don't know, a power cord. I'm just trying to find one that converts to USB rather than standard thing. I need like a USB version of it.
Just make it.
Yeah? Just
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. With all that
Get a
you know,
get a
expertise
USB.
I've got, all that expertise I've got in that area.
Yeah,
I'll
get a
just-
USB
I'll
thing and then just connect the wires. Just solder the wires.
yeah,
together.
just yeah.
no,
that'll
no
work.
fire risk whatsoever.
Definitely won't kill myself in the process.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
definitely.
Enough lecky tape, mate. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be
To
fine.
test it, just shove it into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then shove the other end in
Oh.
up your ass.
Oh, if you really want to find out, you can send me the picture and I can show it to the electricians at the theatre, and they are
I'm
very
just-
good with stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in a second.
They must get
just
so
looking on-
annoyed at people asking them.
I'm
their
looking on the
electrical
laptop's
questions.
website, just trying to find like if they've got anything.
No, they're very
That's
chill. They
fine.
play D&D too.
To be fair, everyone these days does.
Everyone who's a nerd.
Everyone who's someone.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Not a nerd. Not a nerd unless you play D&D, am I right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gatekeeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So everyone here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So the day comes to you, the 31st day of spring. In the Oak Bull, you awaken, the three of you, down two of your party. What
Mhm.
does thou wish to do on this fateful day?
No, the only other place I can think it would be. Do you know whose that house was? Will
I
we
don't-
know? Did you
Yeah,
find out?
I don't think any of you actually saw whose it was.
Mm.
You can do an intelligence
only-
check. to
I'm not
sort of
sure.
put two
The
and
only
two
place
together.
that we know they hang out is that pub, but I don't know if I want to go there and check it out. I'm a bit scared, if I'm honest.
Yeah, 15.
Hmm?
The intelligence check.
You probably have a bit of a hunch, but it's not. No, it's not guaranteed to you.
Hmm.
After seeing the sort of arcane themed stuff on the walls, and
Well, We have met one mage from the Black Hand. I don't know of anyone else it could be.
The one that
I don't know how
Von
many of those they
killed.
have.
And it
If she just scratches the surface, then frankly we don't stand a chance.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe. So what was that? The other pub called? Oh god, I can't remember what it's called.
The Mayhelm.
The Mayhelm. Yeah. Sorry. I think they either. I don't think they'd be in the Mayhelm because that's obvious. I think that someone who might know where they are, who could be bribed into telling us where they are, might be in the Mayhelm. I have no idea. We could ask them to scry.
We could give it a go.
Oh, for Shai.
Shai,
No harm.
Go ask them.
go ask Shai to scry, and I'll see where they are.
She doesn't seem to be around at the moment.
Oh no. Okay.
Just ask whoever is around where she is.
Yeah.
There's Massamantha and Professor Metherick.
Hello. Do you know
Sat
where
at the
Shai
table in true
is?
NPC style.
Yeah. Johan is off somewhere and Shai is off somewhere.
Do you know where Shai is?
She tends to just come and go. We can call her.
That'll be great. We're in need of some scrying to try and find our friends, see where they've been taken.
Okay. So Massa sort of sends a message, like, "Hey, where are you?" And she just looks back at you. Message has been sent.
So,
Uh,
how long does this novel take?
just gonna twiddle my thumbs until she comes back.
Okay,
Just-
so after maybe about an hour, she comes back, and you notice that she's got like a bag of something, like just clutching like a leather bag. She's only like 4 foot tall, like sort of maybe 4 foot something tall, and she sort of resembles a sort of 8-year-old child, and she's like clutching this bag, and she just like plops it down on the table, and suddenly like the smell of like fish just wafts through the room. And she just like takes out like a trout and just starts eating it raw.
Ooh, nice.
What, raw?
Yeah, but like her mouth are like all stitched together. When she
Yeah.
opens it, like she sort of takes bits of chunks of fish and then just like sort of puts it in between her stitches.
Oh.
Looks tasty.
Hello.
Why does she have the stitches?
Massa laughs and she says, "I think she just likes it that way."
I guess then she doesn't have to talk
Oh.
to anyone.
I think that's probably true.
Uh,
Shai isn't a human. If that's what you're asking.
Oh. Where did she come from?
Where did
Where
she
did
go?
she go?
Yeah, what race is she, if you don't mind me asking?
She's a fae.
Like an elf?
No, like a fairy. Just sort of-
Oh!
Yeah, she's from the Feywild, but she just likes to hang around here for some reason.
Okay.
Cool.
So, Shai, would you be able to do us a favour, please?
She looks over to you and she sort of nods tentatively.
Could you have a look at where our friends are? Because we can't find them anywhere. And we think they've been kidnapped.
Pretty sure they've been kidnapped.
Do you remember who they are? Is
She, like-
she actually a child, or does she just look like a child?
I think we can garner that she's
Yeah.
not.
Okay, I won't talk to her like she's a child. Could you find our friends for us?
Come on,
She, like,
the
hop-
very nice man with the ginger beard.
Mhm.
Yeah. The small one with the ginger beard, the dwarf, and the mage.
Girl.
She hops down from her stool
Because
and
he's still in a dress.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you never changed out of that dress. So
Oh, it's canon. Holy shit.
it's canon, yeah. Sorry, man.
Okay, she hops down from the stool and she grabs you by the hand, Morna, and sort of got like fish slime all over it, but it's fine. And she sort of leads you over to the crystal ball. Let me just have a look at the rules of scrying. So it's virtually guaranteed. But I'm just gonna look. No, the target one. Yeah, and the. Okay. Vondel, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
If it helps, I have a pinch of iron/silver that Gideon gave me.
Oh.
She like turns back to you, Morna, and she sort of shakes her head, shrugs.
What about Gideon?
Give it a try. Gideon, you there?
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw. She nods.
Yes.
And you see the crystal ball sort of go cloudy, and you see Gideon, like, you only see sort of close up to him, like just his face and like the sort of the pipe behind him and just the pale brick wall, and Gideon sort of just like shuffling uncomfortably, as his hands are bound behind his back.
Can
And
I see Vondel?
You can, yeah, like it's sort of the camera almost pans slightly just to show Vondel, but you see
Can
that
you
they're
get
in a
him?
basement somewhere.
Can you get messages to them?
Not with scrying.
Oh, can we hear anything?
You hear like, make a perception check, Morna.
Oh no. Yeah, so my perception. That was like.
You can sort of hear like the sort of clanging and stomping of like shoes overhead, and then you hear the door open, and like somebody coming down the stairs, and you see Gideon sort of like staring awake and looking up, and then you hear like the voice of that man in the black armor that you saw him in the graveyard when you were scried before, and he says, "Wakey, wakey," and sort of just like clangs on the bar, and then suddenly a cloud goes over.
Bring it back! Bring it back!
Bring what back?
Sexy.
It's growing.
Shai sort of looks at you and shakes her head.
Thank you. Is there any way we can find out where they are without scrying, seeing as you've already scryed a lot for us today?
She sort of looks down and she sort of twiddles to her feet, and she goes, shrugs again.
It seems to be in some kind of basement.
With a lot of movement above. There's lots of feet walking around, footsteps, and someone came down the stairs in the black armor that I'd seen before. Do you know who that person in the black armor is? I'm gonna ask the Shai.
She looks back at you and she shrugs again.
Okay.
Right, so it's a building with people in it and a basement. Probably owned by the Black Hand.
Yeah, so don't think it,
Doesn't every building have a basement in this city?
yeah.
And by the sounds of it, every building's owned by the Black Hand.
Yeah.
Right.
I doubt it would be the pub that we went to, the inn, because that's obvious. And
Maybe obvious is the answer.
I think
Like
obvious
I
is the
said-
only answer we're going to get.
and like I
It would
said,
be a good place to start. At least we can maybe.
well, they might have a base somewhere else.
It's quite likely.
It would be a good place to start. At least if we don't find them, we might be able to find someone we can pay to tell us where they are.
Or
I think
beat
they're
up.
going to be expecting us. And they're probably going to have prepared. And given our performance at the house, they're probably over-prepared
Yeah.
after the display that one of us put on.
Scrimshaw,
Um,
when
you
I-
see that you can disguise yourself quite well. Do you not? Do you think you could do something incredible and very disguise yourself?
I think even if I was disguised well, getting down there is going to be difficult. They've already seen us in disguises, so that's something they may expect. I think if they expect us coming, they saw all of us in disguise. We were all disguised at the house.
Yeah, but they didn't see me.
Oh, were you never seen?
I don't think so. They might have seen the back because my invisibility wore off just as I got in, because I assume that's when you started fighting. But they only saw my back. They don't even know I was there. I think to myself.
But
Not
they may,
true.
but they may be generally expecting people in disguise,
They know we're a
which I
group.
think is enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so priorities.
The only person that knows what I look like is the mage who we met in Vicodin. Is it Vicodin?
Mhm.
We met her. Well, I don't
No, it was
think any-
Pessa, wasn't it?
Pessa, yeah. No one else knows what I look like.
Well, they've seen you when we were on our way back from the.
Oh,
From-
that is true. Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's fair to say that with a network like theirs, they've probably had eyes on us at various points where we didn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
How about we bring something to bargain with?
Not the ring.
I think there's only
but
two
could
things.
we not use a fake ring? Do a quick changeover with Gideon and Vondel and run like hell and escape back into back here.
Do we have the skills to create something that's?
We must be able to find some ring somewhere.
I'm not sure they'd be stupid enough to just trade it for some random ring.
No, but we say it's the ring that we already have.
I think we should
they-
maybe give this
There are
ring.
ways of checking this thing.
Yeah. I don't think that plan's gonna work.
I think in order to rescue them, we need to make sure that the Black Hand is more busy.
Ooh,
And I think to make that happen, we need to get the ball rolling on some other things. So if we can get that ring back to Father Bound,
Yeah,
Yeah.
then maybe we can set this war in motion.
I see.
Okay.
And with that going, maybe
Use it to the chaos as an advantage.
maybe Merith Cord can no longer be tied up with protecting prisoners. Maybe she's needed elsewhere.
That's true.
Okay.
But they might just go and take this ring back.
Well,
I think
that's
he would have
it's a
thought of
risk.
that though, surely.
Yeah, I think we have to trust Father Bound and our dragon friend. That
Like he must know that the Black Hand have it, and surely if he will know they'll come for it. So in the kind of a way, it's his problem, not ours.
Okay.
sounds like he doesn't think
Okay.
it's-
I'm gonna suggest that I go like I did last time. Give back
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah,
And you guys just stay here.
yeah. We're not very.
No.
Well, we're a little conspicuous, I think.
Yeah, you're very noticeable.
I kind of look up to my horns and way up Ritok.
Just my eyes keep going towards the ceiling. I just look down at you.
Down at the horns. on the top of my head.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, make your way to Father Bound.
Yes.
Okay, so you
I consider chopping these off at some point.
go down down the drop and come out of the Oak Ball in a side alley in the Temple Palazzo, just off the side of the Temple of Anciliara, which Father Bound comes from, works in. Entering the temple, you
Yeah,
notice that his... Oh, go ahead.
Wait. Oh no, don't worry. You go.
Well, I mean, you can go straight into there now because you know where it is. So,
Yeah. Okay.
going into the temple, you notice that his office door is locked and closed.
I'm gonna saunter on up and see if I can hear anything.
Make a perception check. Yeah, you can hear like writing, like somebody writing, scribbling.
Gonna knock on the door.
You hear a bit of shuffling and then footsteps coming up to the door and a large bar sort of being pushed off to the side, and opening the door is Father Brown. Ah, you returned.
I'm gonna slip in there and shut the door behind me and block it.
You've returned, and you're... Well, you must have the ring for me, otherwise you wouldn't be so scared.
I do. Gonna take out the ring, very scared.
Yeah,
And
he holds out his hand.
Very precious item to him that I want to keep. I give it to him.
You give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Takes the ring. Ah, fantastic. And you see that he's sort of feeling like it over, because obviously he can't see. So, ah, fantastic. Well, did you have any trouble getting it?
Yes. 2 of our friends have been kidnapped, actually.
Fantastic.
So, ooh, fantastic.
Well, you never struck me. I haven't met your friends, of course, but you have never struck me as reticent.
So what?
As reticent. Do you know what that means?
No.
Well, let's put it this way. You would run headfirst into a shit pile just to get whatever's at the bottom of it. He sort of goes back over to his desk and sets it down on top.
I wouldn't, but my friends definitely would.
Well,
Which is, yes, why they ended up getting captured.
thank you very much for this. Means a lot.
Would you be able to tell me how it is connected to Our Lady?
Everything is connected to her.
Well, of course, but this in particular, it just, from what I was told, it just makes you tell the truth.
Oh, it's so much more than that. It's
you
not.
tell me what it
It
does?
doesn't make people tell the truth. It makes you understand the truth. Understand context in what people say. It makes you understand everything
Oh.
about someone's character when they speak to you. It's a very important tool. It's very, very valuable. And it is one of those items that I could make very handy
Yes.
in
Be
the
careful.
everlasting crusade of the Lady Most
Yeah.
Kind.
Be careful, because, as I'm sure you're aware, they really want this ring back.
No, I don't think if they wanted it so badly, they would have left it in a basement, the bottom of a basement or something, in a
Well,
glass
there was a disintegration ray there as well.
cabinet. Well,
Which would have been
that
nice
sounds
to
just like her, doesn't it? Well, I did say that I would help you out. If it's information you want, I could give you information. If you want anything else, I can help you with that as well.
Not information, but a distraction so we can get our friends out of wherever they are. Do you know where... Okay, maybe a bit of information. Do you know where the Black Hand would take their prisoners, usually?
How long have they had them? One night?
Yeah, just one night.
Probably keep them in the Mayhelm.
In the Mayhelm. Does it have a basement?
They have a house, more like a manor. Quite far away from here, but they wouldn't have taken them there yet.
Okay.
If they feel like they need to, they might do.
Yeah. Nice. So, if you could make some kind of distraction, cause some havoc within the city that the Black Hand might need to go and see to, so we could potentially get our friends out of prison, I'd really appreciate that. I send him a smile with my face, but hoping that it comes across in my voice too.
He looks down and he says, "Well, the original agreement was that I give you information in return for this ring. But I suppose I can help you out if you really want."
And you were going to pledge that yourself to the strangers.
Yes, of course. Well, I've already done that.
Brilliant. Oh, what information was it? Oh, one sec. That I was going to ask him about anyway.
Openly pledge. Openly pledge.
Oh, openly pledge that you won with the strangers.
Sure. I'll denounce the Black Hand on my next Hour of Hate, which about 5 hours from now.
Okay, well, just please don't get yourself killed in that time.
I've been living under the shadow of the Tempest brand now for 25 years, and they haven't killed me yet. Either of the Black Hand. I can
Okay.
protect myself. As for, I feel bad that I don't give you anything, but the letter specifically asked for information, so I'll give you some that I've been holding.
Okay.
So I heard that the other day, when you came in, Kaya had called in about a dozen men and women that night from other gangs and different districts around the city. He named them as agents of the Shining Revel. Now, that is something that is quite curious to me, because the Black Hand aren't usually that overt. So it seems like it's a front for something. And then I looked at some of the merchant shipping into Port Dunvon recently, and there has been a lot of weapons being shipped in and out, most of them being sent to the city itself. Now, the Shining Revel are putting a stop to Kaya and his... The Shining Revel, by the way, are the government of the Dancing Coast.
Is it the Shining Rebel or
Revel.
Shining
Revel.
like the
R-E-V-E-L.
sweet? Okay.
Yeah, sort of. He sort of says, if the Shining Revel are going to put a stop to Kaya's weapons smuggling, of course he's going to cause issues for them as well. But all these weapons being shipped in means that they are planning something big very soon. I think that, personally, that he wants access to the Magisterium. I've heard that there are quite interesting things within there that he might want access to.
Okay.
So, that's all I know of the current Black Hand dealings, but I can help you out with your friends. Well, I might do my best. How will I be able to keep in contact with you?
I don't know.
How will I give you a warning, or how can we organize something that so you guys can do whatever you need?
Could
I help
just
you
go to the Oakville. You must know how to get in.
I've never been.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just. Oh. Do you... Oh. Well.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you how to get in. I don't know. What is the best way for us to communicate? You could just send someone to find. No, I'm silly. No one can find me.
How about this? I will make a distraction on the evening of the 33rd day of spring.
Okay,
Outside.
what's today? Sorry.
It's the 31st today.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
Hopefully it is enough to cause a bit of a commotion.
What kind of
Might be
distraction
able to... Well, if I knew, I would have told you.
Yeah, okay.
I have
Cool.
a few ideas. But it will cause enough destruction, I'm sure.
I'm looking forward to you openly pledging your allegiance tonight.
I wouldn't get too excited about it. It just means it's more effort for all of us to stay alive. Usually it's so effortless.
Well, it is for some. Then I think that's it. I'm gonna leave and be like, may the lady be with you always.
He just chuckles.
Finger guns. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave and close
He
the
like
door.
blankly just doesn't even register it because he's blind.
He's blind,
You
didn't
just
even
like
know.
you did finger guns to a blind guy, and he's like staring off into the distance. Well, I will see you soon.
Indeedy. Bye.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go.
So over at the Mayhelm,
Mhm.
the guy in the black suit of armor has just like pulled up this like stool, just like really annoyingly, just like dragged it across the bare stone floor that it sort of goes, and then just puts it down and sits. It, like flips it over and sits, so his arms are over the back, and he like sort of looks at you.
You'll ruin the chair doing that.
For someone who hasn't eaten, you're very funny.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Maybe you'll lose some of that weight here.
Maybe I could stand to lose a few, and so could. Well, look at you. Ooh.
Do you know who I am?
Don't have the foggiest, to be honest.
We do like a check on him.
Yeah, you can do a history check.
I was on this list. There it is.
He sort of rings a bell. Like, you recognize his armor. Like, you know there's a lot of talk. Like, there's so for some reason, like like an old song, like sort of like a tune starts going around your head, but you can't really remember the lyrics.
Does the melody resonate with me?
Yeah, but you don't know the name of the song or anything.
It's like hum the melody.
Yeah, hang on.
Ooh, baby, don't you know that's why?
Ooh, the black
Hey,
hand's
sir.
gonna take all your worth.
Goes like
Heaven is
just trying to get my. It's like.
Yeah, we need to remember the song for this. It's important.
It's like that.
That's going to be the password to the door to get out of the.
Oh, they're hinting. They're hinting.
Perfect pitch needed. Yeah.
I just do that for them.
He chuckles. He says, "Ah, man of culture, I see. So, what am I going to do with you? You know, I don't work for these guys. I work for myself. But I just happen to have my interests aligned with them right now. And I've
Your
been
interests.
asked. Yes. Our interests. We have similar interests. I'm sure that you and I have similar interests. After we've been tracking you down a little.
$100.
Well, that is the goal. That is the goal of everyone, I think. To get their hands on one of those. My master would very much like that.
What about you?
Whatever, I don't have any aspirations of becoming a god yet.
Oh, you said yet?
Well, there's plenty of time left.
You'll
Isn't
never
there?
be a god.
Hmm?
You'll never be a god.
Why not?
Because you can't.
How do
You'll
you think all
always
those
be
gods?
a no one.
How do you think all those gods began? Why do you think there's so many of them? They
But
will all
you'll
just
never
people
be one of
once.
You can keep on dreaming.
I'm really pledged to someone else right now. So maybe after he's all strong and powerful.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
So he takes out dagger and sort of like holds it on the chair. So,
Cute.
which one am I going to work on first?
I guess it'll be me. You probably don't like me as much, so I imagine it's going to be.
Well, I don't really care. You know they tell you not to eat all the best parts of your meal first, because then you're left with the fucking vegetable.
Never heard that saying, but
See, if I cut you up, then there'll be nothing left, would there? Hmm?
no,
Wouldn't be
not
as
much of
exciting.
me. Being a dwarf and all.
Of course, of course. He puts the dagger back. Well, unfortunately, I'm not supposed to kill you just yet.
Oh, that's a shame. I bet you'd love to.
Yes, maybe I would. But
Mm.
I would rather it be a, you know, good, clean, fair fight. I'm sure you would feel the
Oh.
same.
You'd like to make it a fight, would you? That's very brave. You tell you what, you give me my armor, sword, and my shield back, and I'll do it right now.
Will you?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to kill you yet, so...
Ah, see, I don't think a god would be taking orders from mortals.
I told you,
I
I'm not
think-
interested in becoming a god yet.
Why not, though? Why can't you become a god first? Instead of them... Or are you just number 2 in all of this?
Oh, I'm not number 2.
Hmm. You're right. Probably more further down the line, aren't you?
Of course, I'm just a foot soldier.
Yes. And
Just
you
a
always
foot
will
soldier
be.
to the almighty Naruzatar, of course.
Mm. Of course. And you're gonna die a foot soldier. When I get out of these chains. Just so you know.
Of course, of course. Well, listen. Your friend seems interested in making a deal. Turns to Gideon. So, what do you think?
He's a young boy. Of course you're gonna go for him, aren't you? Easy target. You couldn't get me, could you? You're too stupid.
He casts silence on you.
Can I resist? Try to resist it? Or...
It's just an error of effect.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna. And in response, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Zone of Truth. You can't. Well, is Zone of Truth a verbal spell?
Yeah, it is. I can't do
Yeah.
it.
Unfortunately not. So he turns to Gideon. But now that our friend is gonna shut up, and don't worry, he can't hear what we're saying.
Kind of, my lips are quivering, but I'm trying to be kind of maintain some kind of strength.
If I was to let you go, would you bring the Elder Box back in return for your friends?
Into Vondor again and look at him. And I imagine I see a fairly gruff expression looking back at me.
Just kind of slowly nodding. No, don't be doing that.
You can't hear what they're saying.
Look
I
into
know.
his
I,
eyes.
yeah.
After a few moments, I kind of look into his eyes.
You sort of just see like a black sort of expression, like because he's wearing a helmet at the moment, so you can't really see his eyes itself. Just a sort of a black
Say,
void.
I'm not saying anything to the likes of you.
Ah, you're brave. Well, what can I do?
Why is servant of Naruzatar working for the Black Hand? Black Hand and Naruzatar both want the same thing, but they're not on the same side.
They're on the same side until they get it.
Make much sense to me.
Why not?
I mean, it's the almighty Nuruzatar. I mean, you probably just get it yourself. You don't need the Black Hand's help.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. I'm just assigned here.
You just try harder. You're not gonna get anything.
Well, you know, maybe you can come back with me. We'll go to Carnea together. You can be my apprentice.
Wish. I'm too good for you.
Yeah, you have a lot of potential. I mean, do you want to spend the rest of your life hunted down by mages, running away, being chased, making enemies out of everyone you meet? Or do you want to actually do something with your life?
At this point, I think being free sounds pretty good. Don't need any power at the moment.
You
I just
don't
want
look,
to see myself.
you don't look free right now.
Oh, but I will be.
Why? Why do you think that? Why do you think you're not just going to end up being buried in a ditch or burned alive or
We
down
have
here
some-
for the rest of your life?
We have something that you and your puppet master Nuruzatar never had. You couldn't even hope to get it.
And what's that?
Power of friendship.
The part of the cards.
These are-
Nah,
Zone
Half the dice.
The zone of silence wears off. He stands up. Well, maybe you'll have a think about it. You guys must be getting hungry and thirsty by now. You
I
want some
could
food?
go for a pint if you're offering.
Of course. And he pulls out 2 bottles of like black liquid, and he sets them down right next to you.
Hmm.
Drink up.
Something tells me that's not Guinness.
He like grabs your nose, Vondel, and your sort of pulls your head back. And are you gonna
Can I
start? Are you
try
gonna
and
resist?
Pull my head back forward, or
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
athletics for that?
Okay, he didn't do it.
Break his fucking nose when he comes.
He like grabs your head, and he starts to pour a bit of this liquid down your throat, and suddenly you just like shake your head and knock it out of his hand. It spills off. He says, "You'll regret that."
Will I?
Don't worry. It's not. You didn't have to drink the liquid. Just needs to splash you a bit. He just sort of just like picks it up and splashes you a little bit with it, and you feel like this sort of like weird, like oily, slick sort of going down your face, and then before it sort of begins to, and then it just like sort of dissipates on your face.
May I ask what it was, or am I going?
Don't think about leaving it. That's what I'm gonna say. Then he goes back upstairs.
Interesting.
Do an arcane check on that.
Yep.
Oh. Don't worry about it. Totally harmless. He's laughing.
Yeah, you don't know.
And oh, no time.
I have no idea what that is, Vondel. Sorry. Sorry about all of it.
Well, I'm sure I'll find out eventually what that was.
Alright, we'll go back to the oak ball. So you guys,
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go back into the.
oh, hello,
Joanne?
and disappeared.
Oh, Joanne, yeah, Joanne, you cut off for a second there.
Oh, hello. I
Hello.
have been able to hear what's going on, just so you know. So I'm gonna go back to the Oak Bull, obviously, and tell them what happened. So,
Hello.
hello. Yeah. So I just went to speak to Father Bound, and he said that the other day, Kia Calco, I'm calling him Kia for short in my notes, pulled 12 men and women from other gangs and named them as agents of the Shining Revel. Oh, I don't know what that means.
Sounds like more people to kill.
It's to do with the people who they're like the town guards. Is that right?
No, the Dancing Coast. It's the government of the Dancing Coast,
Right.
which is a sort of merchant republic, which is about 90 miles away from here.
So he sent 12 of his agents to join them. Is that right?
No, he
Kidnapped a dozen
he,
of them.
yeah, he kidnapped them, and
Oh,
this is the Dancing Coast. Yeah.
oh, I thought. Okay, right. Sorry, let me just amend this. And then, and the merchants are shipping loads of weapons to the city.
Yeah, but the Shining Revel basically got in the way and stopped it. So the Black Hand arrested a bunch of.
Oh, okay, I understand now. Yes, I explained this to you.
Do you know
and
where
then-
they might be held? If we can get them back to the Dancing Coast, maybe they'd be able to send reinforcements.
I don't know where they're being held, but I did ask where he thought Gideon and Bondra would be kept, and he said that they keep people in the Mayhelm or in a manor which is quite far away. So I reckon that those people, the people from the Dancing Coast, will be in the manor, and Vondel and Gideon are probably in the Mayhelm. And he
Let's
said,
go get him.
"Oh wait." So he said he can make a distraction to pull away a lot of the members of the Black Hand on the evening of the 33rd. So that's in a day and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
So he could wait until then. I don't know how good that would be.
Well, as much as I don't like just leaving them there being, well, what do people do with their captives? Torture?
Well, if I was them, they would definitely not have any fingers left by now.
Well, let's hope they're a little less cruel than you.
Let's hope so.
God, what's going to happen to them in this day and a half? Do we have anything to do between now and then? I guess we need to try and, gather information, see.
Maybe scout it out
Oh,
a bit first,
do
just in
have
case.
Something else as well. Apparently, he reckons that they are planning something big with all these weapons that he's bringing into the city. Most likely, he wants to access something in the Magisterium.
Right.
What does he just want to take over it, or something specific?
I don't know. I think there's something in there that he wants.
Okay. So what did Father Brown promise to do? He promised to.
So he's going to openly declare today at 12 o'clock that he's pledged his. Oh, sorry, I just wrote in my notes he's going to openly declare his allegiance to the Black Hand. Just smell that.
Maybe we should include the other two in this conversation. Are the other two still in the at the table?
On the NPC table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Johan's there now.
Okay.
Hi, Johan.
Hi.
I catch him up. So,
Yeah, I
This
heard
is the
about your
inf-
friends. Huh?
okay. Yes, and this is that we've returned the ring to Father Bound, and he says he's going to openly pledge his allegiance to the strangers this lunchtime.
Oh, so how are we gonna contact him?
said
Right.
I don't know. This is what I didn't know this either. He asked me how we would contact each other, but I have no idea.
Would he be able to just access the Oak Ball like we do?
Well, I was going to tell him how to access it, but I didn't know if I was allowed to do that.
I assume you can restrict who can come in here. It's not just whoever thinks they want to be here gets to be here.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
Would you let him in?
Maybe, but sounds like he doesn't really want to come.
So maybe if I tell him to just find, I don't know what the best way to contact. I just told him to send someone with a letter. So
Well-
maybe I could say where the Oak Bull would be, send them to bring letters there, and put it through the letterbox like the first time we did.
So not a bird mailing service thing? You can send a bird to his area to deliver a message.
Is that a service we have here?
I mean, I've
Is there a
Maybe-
hatchery above?
trained a bird.
Just, it is spring.
Okay,
Almost
spend the
bird
next
season.
40 days training a bird.
Training a bird.
I'm sure.
Look,
Yeah,
the
you need
bird's
a
not very
pair of
smart.
birds as well.
Yeah.
Because they have to be pair bonded, don't they? Messenger birds.
I have no idea.
Know that.
Yeah.
And then
Forgot
someone to
to
actually
send their
manually bring the
ravens.
birds back as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're only one way, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, they are.
It's not just a, hey Raven, go to this place. Oh, thanks Raven, go back.
Challengers.
I thought they knew they could fly to one place and then to another, like back and forth.
No,
From one.
I
So-
think it's a homing pigeon type thing,
Yeah, so
where they always go back to their nest.
Yeah, so they have I mean, going into fucking birds now.
Not
But you
relevant,
have a
sorry.
pair of birds who are pair bonded. Then you put one bird somewhere, and then you have this other bird that goes straight to them. But then you have two pairs of birds basically, one for one way and one for the other way. So really, if you want a two-way messenger system, you need you need 4 birds.
Fuck ton of birds. Okay.
It's kind of cruel.
It is a bit
Get
cool.
these birds like
But it's very efficient, especially in
rather than
medieval societies.
separate them.
Though, you know,
Oh.
it's like message is a thing in this world,
Mm.
so you know why need
Yeah.
birds usually. Meh. Anyway, so yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I think we should at least scout out the bar pub and see how many people are actually there, and try and be as sneaky as possible. So that might be a job for you, Warner.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sounds like you're going to be busy.
Okay.
Not sure what the rest of us can do.
I mean, maybe since we are such obvious targets, maybe when Warner is scouting out, we can maybe cause a little bit of ruckus. Maybe do a little bit of a distraction while she has a look at least, and then we can just try and run away back to where we are now.
I don't know, with just the two of us, we're a bit liable to just be
Two-
shot down in the street.
Yeah, I see.
And maybe I'm being a little too cautious.
Guess it just depends how sneaky Warner can be.
Can be pretty sneaky.
I mean, it's just a scout out, just to see how much
Yeah.
security they've got, and if
And
it's
I-
not a lot, then I'm fucking going in there.
Well,
Okay.
we need to at least wait for the distraction to occur.
Mike,
Mm.
when I had a look with through scrying, did I
Mhm.
notice any natural sunlight in the room?
No,
It look like it was all lit
it was
with
pretty.
torches.
Well, it was pretty dark, to be honest.
Okay.
Like a candle, maybe at the other end of the room. Like torches. You don't put torches in a basement because then it goes all smoky.
Oh, that's true. Well, I didn't know if there was any windows. That's what I was
No.
thinking.
Yeah, just really
Okay.
dark.
Okay. I mean, I can go and have a look, but if you, like I said, there were the noise of a lot of people.
Mm.
When I was.
I'm not sure scouting inside the pub would be a good
No,
idea either.
no. Just the outside, because they might have like a watch or a patrol or 2 or 5.
Okay, do me up. I say to
All right. What are we going for today?
Well, I've been an elf.
Um,
I could be.
Can make you a man.
Yeah,
Got a strong jaw.
do it.
And a beard.
Very
Oh. You can now be known as Maui.
Very limited
What
chest
can
as
I
well.
say
Push
except
them right down.
All right, let's get some
shoulder pads
bindings.
on.
Let's get some bindings, some shoulder pads, a little bit of contouring, give you accentuate your jaw. That hair's got to go a bit shorter.
Whoa! I'll just tie it back.
Okay, a bit of a samurai look. You know, I like it. Diet maybe.
Diet?
Some black hair.
Oh, I thought you meant I need to go on a diet.
Yeah, diet.
Yeah, mate, if I
in the 10 minutes before you're about to go out.
No, but you jump when you jumped that wall. There was a bit of a thud. No.
What
Okay.
You're very skinny.
You can diet if you want.
Okay.
My beautiful
Give me
blonde hair.
a what's it called? A disguise kit. Check
Okay.
it out.
Any ability modifier added or?
Just proficiency, right? Dexterity or
I think.
proficiency?
Yeah, I think it's like
Or expertise.
proficiency, and then
No expertise on you.
yeah, I've got expertise.
Dexterity.
then-
I'll
okay.
just say dexterity.
Cool.
It's probably the best
No,
one.
where's it gone? Oh, it's no, it's in there.
It's in there somewhere.
That's a really bad roll.
That's really bad. Holy shit. That was a 2, was it?
Great.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Nice.
sort of look like a mixture between a samurai and like a racist stereotype. Like
Okay.
Oh no.
you don't look like a woman, which is
Well, I
a
guess that's
plus.
Can I do an insight check to see what she actually looks like? Whether I've done a good job.
Sure.
I guess perception. They're both the same.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have any
symbolism.
modifiers to either.
I mean, she doesn't look. I mean, it's not like she looks terrible. It's just that she just doesn't look like what someone would look like. You know what I mean?
Look like a
She looks
No, I
almost like a
haven't.
sort of a weird goth samurai.
Nice.
I think when I think some smoke might have got in my materials. I'm gonna need to give this this shit.
How good are you at accents? You come from a very distant land.
I do know some different language. I am from a distant land. I
There you
start speaking to them in Faranese, which is where I'm from. 'Cause you
Okay,
don't know
yeah.
that and
Basically,
probably
basically
recognise the language.
French. Oui, oui.
Yeah.
I guess let's shove a tree in your clothes on you and
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mona.
send you about your way.
Flawless. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like she could get away with it, to be honest. Like just by saying
Yeah.
that she's from a sort of a strange foreign land that has different whatevers.
Hello, mi amor, Mona. Maui.
My what?
Donde está en biblioteca?
something about a library?
God. Konnichiwa,
Okay. So
Konnichiwa.
yeah, is it just Morna going?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So Morna, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, just in case. Just in case. it's
Just
no
in
trouble.
case, the pass without a trace.
Yeah.
Buttery biscuit base.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
just in case before you go, I'm just gonna put a hand on and cast protection from evil and good because there's nothing else I can do.
Just in case there's
Bye.
You know,
around.
if an intellect devourer comes along to get in that brain again, you're
That'd be
good.
so annoying. Don't give me ideas. Okay, so yeah, you head out and you're in the sort of the dark side alleys of the canal district. The the weather having cleared up, the canal is no longer almost looking like it's about to overflow. And making your way down the streets, the sort of the regular bustling, busy atmosphere of the town. People sort of coming back to their regular selves, and you hear the noise of sort of partying and laughing and cheering coming from the Mayhelm. As you stick to the sort of the side alleys, looking around, make a stealth check for me with your pass without a trace.
24.
So 24. Cool, that's pretty good.
24.
The 20th for oh, that's a rubbish roll. Okay. Yeah, so you notice as you're going down a side alley, the side alley by the side of the main helm, there's a sort of like a side entrance that goes like sort of into the kitchens. You notice people coming in and out, and like who work there. You know, barmaids coming out. You know, just chat or whatever for a bit, and then go back in. People working in the kitchens and stuff as well. And there's maybe 3 or 4 guards outside, just sort of like chilling around, just chatting.
Should I go in?
You can make a perception check just sort of over here then if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. So from the other side of the alley, you can't make out everything they're saying, because if you get any closer, it's just going to be like you could accidentally bump into them. But they're sort of just like all stood around. They've got like a crossbow slung on their shoulders, and they're sort of saying, "Have you seen those 2 in the basement? They're looking a little worse for wear." They you hear about all that stuff in the Old Town the other day. Last night. That was them. They set a few fires and terrible, And one of them says, "Oh well, I wonder if they're gonna hand them over to the guards." And the other one says, "Really? I don't think they're gonna hand them over. I think they're just gonna ransom them back or something." That's what I overheard Kaya saying anyway. That's really all you hear.
That's a lot to hear. Okay. Oh. So looking a bit worse for wear. I'm just thinking about what I should do. I'm gonna pop back into the Oak Bill and ask the other 2.
Okay, you pop in.
Okay.
Um,
Catch us up.
Hello? That was quick.
I just spoke to, well, I didn't speak to, I just heard there's like 3 guards standing outside where the kitchen is, like the back entrance, saying that there's 2 people in the basement who were there after what happened in the Old Town, which I probably think we know who that is.
That's definitely our
So
guys.
I'm pretty sure that's them. And they're looking a bit worse for wear. So I don't know, maybe they've been torturing them or something.
Do you think we can really wait another day?
I don't know if we've got a choice. Did they look like there were a lot of guards, or were there just those 3?
That was just in that alley.
Yeah, well, there were 3 in that alley. I don't know what it was like out the front, but I can go back and have another look.
So you have no idea what's inside.
No idea.
I mean, but the place can't be littered with too many people with swords, because surely that would be crap for business.
I don't know.
Didn't realise Rick
Fine.
Talk had a bind for business.
Might just be their drink. That might be their
Well, I
drink.
have a bind for human scalps, so I guess it's still the same.
Okay, I'm gonna pop back out.
Okay. Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
head?
go try and have a look around the front a bit more.
Okay, there's like 2 guards almost acting like bouncers at the front. They don't have like crossbows on. They just got swords on by their side. They're like not like long swords. They're like just sort of almost like gladiuses, just for sort of brawls. They're not like
Yeah.
and they're not knights.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a sort of worn-off drunks who might have had a bit too much and want to fight.
Okay.
And they're sort of just chatting amongst each other, and and so someone comes out of the bar and is like, oh, and gets kicked out by another guy, and and like a couple of people have a fist fight out the front, throwing punches, and before the 2 guards break it up and just shove them onto the alley, and then they walk off past you.
Okay. So can I see in the windows or anything? See how many people are in there?
Yeah, there are a few windows, but yeah, you can make another perception check.
Mm,
Some of those lucky rolls like last.
You can see there's like maybe 30 or 40 people inside, from what you can tell. There doesn't seem to be like a bunch of thugs. They seem to just be patrons of the pub. Music's
Okay.
coming blasting out the side of it, out the door and stuff. Whenever the door opens, it gets a bit louder for a moment, and then they close it. But for the most part, it's just like a regular sort of evening at the inn.
Okay. I will go back and tell them what I have to go back in the Oakville and tell you guys what I heard. So just say everything.
Not much to go on then.
No, it doesn't look like it's very heavily armored on the outside though. But like I said, those two guys. No, I think if we try anything, or if they notice that we're scouting around, they'll get scared, or they'll panic and move them. Seeing as what you said you did to that wolf.
Really quickly, out of game. When we fought the thugs and people from the Black Hand, what type of armor did they wear, and do they
It's
wear
like
full face
leather.
helmet?
No.
Do they wear any
well,
helmets?
No.
Okay, no worries.
Like a few bandanas. They
Yeah.
just wore like leather armor. Really, they weren't that
No, like-
well equipped.
And the ones we fought in the graveyard, didn't they have like obvious armor? The very much look like armor you'd see, like it's
Not
like branded sort of
really.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, like the armor. If they had armor, it wasn't like plate or anything. It was sort of. A bit
No,
of
I
shit.
wasn't saying if. Yeah, I just didn't know if
Yeah.
like
It was mostly like leather, a bit of chain.
would it be obvious, say, if an orc would wear one, like they would, it would look like they were part of the black. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it has like an
Oh,
insignia
right.
on the armor or something.
Could always give it a try.
Okay.
You haven't
have a
noticed many orcs in the Black Hand,
Yeah.
but there's always a chance there could be
Sure.
one.
Guys, I have a plan.
Okay.
Maybe we could disguise ourselves in some of the Black Hand armor. Try and sneak in.
Oh, great. Do you have some?
No, but like we said, Moana said that she saw a couple of guys just in an alley. Sorry, Morna saw a couple of guys in the alley. Maybe we could, take them and take the armor.
I think that if we try anything, it will scare them off and they'll move them to the other holding place that's outside the city. I think we should just wait. They obviously really want that ring back, or they want us to do something, especially with what they saw you do. Apparently, with the decimating that wolf.
Yeah, I kind of surprised myself a little there.
And then
Yeah, you know,
ripping a hole in space and time.
Maybe it was nearly dead anyway. Maybe I just finished it off.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe they came from another break-in where some people
Maybe.
had stolen some stuff, and they
Exactly.
fought it for a bit, and they won, and then they came to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why they want that elder box. Yeah, it's quite powerful.
So I
Does some
guess
shit.
we're waiting until the distraction then.
I suppose so. Is there
Well,
anything we can do to prepare?
I'll just keep an eye on it. See, like, if there's any movement in or out.
I guess since we have the full day until then, I can work on some more intricate disguises.
Yeah?
Sure.
Maybe not be tied to just kind of looking at Morna like how she looks right now. Like half an hour's work.
I still think getting some armor would be a good idea to help with the disguises. Just saying. With my half orc
Thing is,
brain.
I think getting the armor would just draw attention. Whereas, a few disguises make us look normal, not raise any eyebrows.
How would it draw attention?
Well, a massive armored orc draws a few
I didn't
eyes.
say I have to wear it.
Oh. Oh, you're gonna send me out in the disguise again.
Oh no, you and.
I mean, I don't think. Mona, you can't really move around much. It doesn't really seem your style.
No, it was leather armor. Not that I really want armor, but
It's
Yeah,
not
I
meant to
mean,
wear
out of game, I
forever.
think-
It's just to get in.
Out of game, I don't think you can even do stuff in leather armor.
can I not? I thought I could
I think it's
do white
any armor.
Oh, let me have a look.
I think you have to be
Oh,
unarmored.
yeah, none. I thought it was like, okay, I will not be wearing any armor.
Okay.
Yeah, really-
Maybe not then.
Yeah, so cramps your style, and I mean, cramps mine a little bit, not much, but you know, no, don't
Fair
do much.
enough.
Okay, so what's the idea?
Oh, I still have my rich elf clothes.
I think we're gonna wait until obviously the main distraction, and then sort of spend the day perfecting disguises.
Maybe we could be your servants.
I think Morna's gonna keep an eye on the place as well, like a scout.
Yeah.
Was it a stakeout? That's the word. Just to check.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
Make sure
so
the-
And then over the next day, Scrimshaw's going to work on some nice, more thought out and
I'm gonna ask.
carefully made disguises.
I'm gonna ask for the help of the rest of the people in the Oak Bowl as well, especially Shai, because I like her. Ask if she
Okay.
can give her help, like keeping an eye on it, and if she notices them moving them out, or if she notices anything that we need to hear, I would really appreciate that.
Okay.
Maybe
Alright.
maybe anything about where their weapons are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go back to the Mayhelm. So you're in the basement, and Gideon, you notice that it's getting quite dark. It's getting quite late now, and you're feeling quite tired. It's the second day you've been here. But it will be the second sleep, and you notice that Vondor is starting to like sweat a lot. Looking quite hot.
Is it a bit hot in here?
I feel pretty cold. You're really sweaty, Vondel.
Ooh. Ooh, I think that whatever he did might be taking effect.
Can I do some kind of check on it again, just in some description?
Make a medicine check, I guess. Maybe.
Very good.
Depends
roll on
what
that.
sort of nature of 0.
It's like
Two
the gods
natural
are telling me
ones.
they don't want me to know what this is.
Yeah.
This is 2 natural zeros I've had on this.
2 natural
well,
ones.
Shot in the dark, Vondel knows his lay on hands. Certain things might not work, but he'd like to try it on himself.
Okay.
So he's going to try and cure if it's a disease
Hey.
on himself.
I will. Let me have a look at specific wording.
If your hands are tied behind your back, does that mean you're touching
I
your
can
butt?
I can hold my own hand. I can hold. my
Yeah, you
hand.
can. Yeah, you can hand lay on it yourself. Yeah. You sort of can use it on yourself.
Yeah, so I cure
Um,
myself.
You feel slightly better.
That's better.
What did you just do?
I cured whatever he did.
That's funny. What an
He's,
idiot.
he's going to be a bit angry, I think, in the morning when he is.
Just don't tell him.
Oh well, no, I'm going to act like a mill. Don't you worry, I know the art of deception.
So for you guys, obviously you don't know what any plans are to rescue you. Have you got any ideas if you want to escape or try and escape or anything like that? Like, what do you think your guys' characters will try and do?
I don't know. Gideon would probably want to be.
I think Gideon's going to want to try and escape, but I think he's also fairly comfortable. Like, because the thing is, his whole big deal is he struggles to trust people. So I don't think he would trust that the others are necessarily going to break him out.
Yeah, of course. Well,
I
that's
think
that's
it's-
what I'm saying. Like, it's to assume that they would know that.
Christ, sorry.
Yeah. I think his first port of call would be to firstly try and escape.
Mhm.
But
What-
his second port of call would be probably then to say, yeah, I'll do what you're going to say.
Yeah. So
I think
did
so.
you want to try that? Like, so Gideon is attached to this post.
Yeah.
Is there anything that, I mean, looking around, make a perception check.
Yeah, very good scores on that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got obviously.
I'd tell you what I do have. I have thieves' tools. I don't know if there's anything I don't know if they're somewhere retrievable at all or.
Yeah, you'd have hidden them on you. Like, no one keeps thieves' tools in an easy to find place. They're probably in your shoe or something. That you probably.
Yeah.
If you,
I mean, is there any?
are you gonna kick off your shoe?
Yeah, there's 2 pieces of paper, and I'm guessing something like thieves'
Yeah.
tools, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can kick off your shoe and then sort of try and shuffle it over to your hands.
Yeah.
some sort of awkward sort of, you can stand up maybe on the pole and
Do I need to roll for that?
yeah, make an acrobatics check.
So many negative ones on the ones you're asking me.
That's probably the DC really. To shuffle your thieves' tools over. So you kick off your shoe, a couple of pieces of paper flutter off, and you kick your thieves' tools up to your hands. So they're sort of just about within reach.
I guess I'm going to use them on whatever's holding me.
Okay.
In place.
I will
Fumble around.
say that for every sort of 10 minutes that you try, I'll lower the DC. Obviously, if you do it for hours and hours, chances of somebody finding you doing it.
I try and push those pieces of paper that came out of the boot to somewhere where people aren't just going to see it straight away. I don't know if it's like me or behind me or something.
Sure, yeah. Make another acrobatics check.
Oh.
One of as you're kicking one of the pieces of paper, it flutters up in the air and then just goes right in the center, out of reach of the room.
Okay. What about the other one?
The other one just flutters off somewhere.
No. Well,
What was that?
Focus, Gideon. Focus. Trying to get those locks off.
Someone's banging down the door.
Trying to get those locks off you.
Get those locks off and then get me out of here too.
tools in.
So yeah, this piece of paper is right in the center of the room now.
That's fine. I'll use these tools.
So yeah, use these tools. The handcuffs are quite well fastened. It's a high DC, but tell me how long are you gonna be doing it for? Do you think?
I mean, as long as until I can hear noise coming down, right?
Well, I'm gonna roll for every 10 minutes. So
Well, I'm gonna do it for every 10 minutes until.
okay. So right. Okay. So yeah, roll a few tools then.
What attribute?
That's dexterity. Do you have proficiency with thieves' tools, don't you?
Yeah, because I'll be a thingy.
Yeah, so add your proficiency modifier as well.
Oh.
Hey.
20.
Finally, a good roll.
Yeah, so you start fiddling with it, and it's like 2 minutes, and your hands come free.
Okay.
No me. No, do me.
We grab my pieces of paper first.
Do me.
Come on.
I'm gonna grab the pieces of paper.
Yeah, you get up and pick up the two.
Fiddle
pieces.
around with Vondel.
Okay, make another thieves' tools on Vondel.
I have advantage because I'm using both hands or something.
Well, no, I was going to give you disadvantage on that one, but you rolled so high anyway, so.
Okay.
But I forgot to say. But yeah, it would just be
Maybe-
regular.
Maybe if it's the exact same lock.
You're sort of fiddling with it, and you.
Right, I'm gonna change tact after that.
Okay.
And can I use Ray of Frost on the shackles and freeze them out, or is?
Yeah, you can.
What about the bar to
Please
the left of
be
it, so that
careful,
at the
I
very
need-
least he's mobile?
Need my
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll.
It's more-
Roll on top.
Because, like you said, it's with the shackles on the bar, right? So it's
Yeah.
cased. So if we separate the pole from the wall, you can just slide the shackles off, right?
What do you mean slide them off?
From the way how are we bound? What's the deal?
I will draw.
You said we're bound to a pole, right?
So it's like. Do.
I imagine Shrek and Fiona style from Shrek 2. No,
So it's
Shrek
like
3.
this is you.
I'm all alone.
Your hands are here, and then there's just a pole.
Okay, yeah. So I should be able
And
to.
then-
We should be able to slide.
Yeah, but the pole is
Slide
like
it
this.
off
This,
the pole,
this
right?
no, because you can't because there's it's like a pipe, right? So it goes into the wall.
Yeah,
so
you're
there's
not
like a
getting that.
wall here. So it's like a water pipe sort of thing, you know?
Imagine Saw. In the first Saw, is what I'm imagining here.
Kept away from this. Wait, I want to use Ray of Frost in the most useful sense that I possibly can.
I mean, you can you can freeze and shatter the metal if you do enough damage to it.
do that.
Might be loud, but it sounds you know.
Well, I have an idea. It might be a bit loud, but if I use a Ray of Frost on your bindings, get you out.
Okay, just be careful of my hands. I don't really want those falling off.
In the event that this makes a lot of noise and they hear, at this point they're going to find out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to run.
There is a second option.
What's that?
You can target a fireball on the building above us.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh my god.
It's full of
have another
innocent people.
I have another suggestion rather than massacring the You're free, why don't you go?
I'm not leaving
And
you.
I'll stay here. No, I'm fine here.
I'm not leaving you, Vondel.
Well, you may not be able to get me out of here. That's the problem.
First time in my life I found a group of people
And
that
you
I
still
even
do
try and
it.
trust.
They're out there somewhere. Go find them.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
Fine, but just I
I
think you
know
should.
that Kai he cares about power, and if he comes down here and sees that I have the means to collapse this whole place in his head, I just don't see him letting it. Alternatively, hold on a minute. And I get my other piece of paper. I say, Vonda, like I could always just turn you invisible and then make a dash on my own.
Well, then I'm just sat here invisible.
But they won't know you're there.
But I think they'll see the shackles floating. I don't think that's going to work.
I don't.
That's such a mad bluff. Like, just like somebody shackled there, make them invisible, so they go, "Oh, he's gone."
Let's take the shackles off.
And then
This
like a
thing.
minute, and then like a minute later, he reappears. They're like, "Oh, okay, he wasn't gone."
Yes, well, I'll leave it up to you, but I think you should make a run for it.
That's such a paladin thing to say as well.
Isn't it?
I'm role-playing this very well. Go on, get out of here. I'm sure everyone will come back, maybe. Eventually. Perhaps.
Like we did last time.
Hopefully.
Okay, I'm not giving up on you. So I try again with the thieves' tools for another minute. 10 minutes, sorry.
Okay.
Whatever your ruling was.
Yeah. So from that roll you did, it'll be like 40 minutes before you can get him out.
I'm telling you, just go invisible and get out. Because what are we gonna do once I'm out? You know,
I can make you invisible as well, right?
we'll get caught. I'm not exactly what we call stealthy. I'm a little bit clumsy.
I'm not giving up on you, I promise that.
It's fine. Just come back at some point, please.
Oh, yeah.
All
All right, then.
What do you want to do?
Ability on myself, and I'm gonna Vondel, it's thank you for trusting me.
I'll be fine.
There's a
I've
lot.
been through far worse, I can assure.
Can I go forward and give him a hug?
Yep.
Look after yourself. I'll be as quick as I can. I promise.
I'll be fine. I'm waiting for my new friend to come back soon, hopefully.
Right.
You'll...
I cast invisibility on myself using the piece of paper I have.
Cast invisibility.
I want to make my way up the stairs to the door.
Door's unlocked. And it's quite
I hear any
loud.
noise
There's
behind it.
there's a lot of like buzz and like people talking and stuff.
Find the door.
Okay, you open the door just enough so you can slip through. No one seems to have noticed. Make a stealth check with advantage. Okay, that'll probably be good enough. No one's looking out for you. No one's looking for an invisible person. And you are going to sneak past everyone.
Can I see it? What do I see when I'm going through?
So when you go through the door, and it's sort of like the buzz and busyness of the Mayhelm during a
So it's
regular
right
evening.
directly into the Mayhelm.
Yeah, you could sort of go up the stairs and you sort of come out behind the bar, really.
Was that room we were held in the room that I went down?
Yeah.
But there was no sign of where our stuff was. You know, like Vondel's weapon.
Oh, that would have been in like a storage cupboard or something somewhere.
It'd have been down there in that room.
Somewhere, yeah.
Oh, okay. I assumed we were in a basement bit below. I didn't know it was the same room.
Yeah, it was like the basement, but it was like the main basement, and then there's like a few
There
rooms
any
around.
way
So
I
there was
could-
like Kaya's office, and then there was a bunch of other stuff.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go out and call for the go out the front and call for the oak board and kind of stage some idea that we can just quickly. I mean, it seems fine then. I mean, if I can just get out, we just go in, use the buzz, the stuff, and get Matt. I think we can do that.
Can I?
But
are you in the oak wall now?
well, I call for it. as
Yeah,
I
you
get
sort
out.
of you sneak out. No one's noticed you, and you go up to a side alley, and there it is.
I can imagine you just coming in and we're all just like playing dress up in our new costume disguises.
We're doing that like
Oh, look at me,
cliche,
I'm a fancy elf.
we're doing that cliche movie thing where we like go into like a wardrobe and like come back out like 6 times with different outfits. And Scrimshaw's just there like, oh yeah.
Like one hand on the hip, a couple of fingers stroking the goatee.
Yeah, I come out in like, I don't know, just some weird costume and you just like shake your head. Just the most cliche movie thing ever, yeah.
Like twisting you around, pushing.
Anyway.
It's like, oh, Bridge, Gideon.
Kind of.
What are you-
Oh, Vondel, he's trapped. We need to go save him, guys, right now. We don't have long. Come on.
We
Wait, whoa. What are you doing here? Get back down there right now and stay locked up. We have a plan.
hang on. Let's not be
because
too
they'll-
brash.
They'll know he's gone. And then.
Well, then we gotta be quick. We gotta go and get Vondel.
Okay, fine.
We don't have any time to lose now.
You guys are like half made up.
Go.
We've got to go, haven't we? I've got nothing.
Run straight in there. How many people can you make invisible at once?
Let me read the wording of the spell.
2 with a third double spell slot.
Is that including my stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that we'll be able to make Ritok very stealthy. So
I'm just gonna go in. And...
no.
No. I'll make you invisible, Ritok, and I'll make myself invisible. And we're gonna go in. We're gonna go down, and we're gonna get Vondel and get him out.
Let's do it.
Stuff brilliant, but if not, we need to do it now.
I don't think this is a good idea.
He's literally just down the stairs around the back of the bar. We can get in and out quick.
No, this
Maybe
feels like
Ritok,
a
if you
trap.
can.
This feels like they let you out on purpose, so you would come and tell us, and then we're gonna leave, go in, and it's gonna be a trap.
I don't think. I mean, how did you get out, Gideon?
Tools. I mean, I'm an orphan. I grew up on the streets. I grab it. Look. let
No,
me show you.
no. How did you actually get out of it? We don't need the backstory.
Yeah, we need specifics.
We're all
What's it
orphans
like?
here.
I'm telling you, thieves' tools.
But
Right.
how did you? Is anyone
How did-
after you? Did anyone chase after you? How did you get out?
Get
No
out.
no one chased after me.
So
I cast invisibility. When I was in the bubbles, as you saw, I hid a few spells in my shoe. Invisibility, fireball. Hey, look, I've got them on, and I grab them out, and they're ripped from my spell book.
And you just walked out of there. There were no
I
locked
cast-
doors or guards.
No, I just cast invisibility on myself. Walked up the stairs, went out the main bit.
They didn't even lock the door.
Apparently not.
Like, feel like
Well,
that's a trap.
Were you chained up or what?
I was chained up against a bar.
Oh,
It was like a
then they
pipe.
wouldn't need to lock the door. We need to go. We need to get Vondel.
Maybe wait. There's a lot of people in there. If the group of us go in like this, we will make a fuss. The costumes aren't finished.
They're not done. They're not ready.
They're not ready. We can't go out looking like this.
But surely everyone's going to be drunk. I would know. I used to be a pirate, and I know how much stuff we let slip. We once lost about 1,000 gold because we were getting so pissed in the pub. They literally took our ship with all our treasure on.
Gideon, how many spells can you cast? Are you what do you have left? What do you have left on you? I don't know whether you were able to.
Well, I mean, I've been resting for a while, so I feel fairly good. But I've just one invisibility, and that was about it. Yeah, I used a spell that I can do innately, but that was about it. I'm not going to be much use though, guys. I've only got fireball and invisibility. That's it.
We blow up the pub.
Okay. I'm thinking we send.
Fumble in it.
I'm thinking we send 2 people down, invisible.
Is it 2 people who are
Perhaps.
particularly stealthy?
I'm thinking perhaps Morna.
What a
And-
surprise!
And as little as I like to say this, Ritok.
Wait. What?
Because Morna, if you can bust him out, I assume you're good with those tools as well.
Yeah, I'm alright.
If you can get him out, Ritok can carry him out. You know, barge past anyone that tries to
Yeah,
stop
and
you.
if I can't undo the chains, Ritok can probably pull the
Yeah.
Maybe.
wall. Okay.
Alternate thing, anyone we send in there
Kick that pole out.
needs to be invisible.
That's fine. I can do that too.
Can you draw out a little map of where? So we go right. Visualize this. Where is the door that goes straight down to this basement?
It's behind the bar, from what I remember. It's kind of just off to the right to it.
Okay.
It's pretty
Okay.
possible to get there. The
Okay.
stairs, and he's just down there. There's a few doors. When I was back a few nights ago, it was like an office. I think it's what Kaya, I assume, does his business. And then I don't know what was behind any of the other doors.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
this is important. Do maybe one of you two want to use the elder box?
The elder box.
Yeah, I think we should. Give us
Now, although Ritok would be able to do a lot more damage, it could be good to be able to definitely hit a stunning strike. Oh wait, no, that's
That's
a
a
con
save.
save,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
a
Okay,
save.
don't worry.
Maybe to definitely get the chains. Maybe to
Yeah.
definitely immediately unlock the
yeah.
binds.
Okay.
Well, let's take it and go because I don't know how much time we have before they check on Vondel
Yeah.
and see that
Okay,
Gideon's
so
missing.
I need to switch over to Vondel now.
I've got to go.
Yeah, but we'll
Cool.
stop after this.
Okay.
So, after maybe about a couple of minutes, Vondel, of Gideon being gone, you're obviously alone in this dark, damp basement, and you hear the creaking of the door open. You see, standing at the top of the stairs is the is the man in the black armor. He says, "Looks like your friend has left you."
What do you mean? Oh. Oh no, he does this from time to time. Gideon! He's just gone invisible, you see. You better go check.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Oh, I can't not do it. This is, it is what he would do. Oh fuck me. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. He comes down the stairs and draws his sword.
It's a bit rude.
Yeah, and he plunges it into your throat.
Oh,
shit.
no!
And for
Oh.
the last few moments of your waking consciousness, what do you want to be your last words?
You'll always be a foot soldier. You'll never be a god.
And you feel the soul leave your body, and then it fades to black.
Oh no.
Oh.
Boom, boom,
Ripperino,
boom.
Vonderino.
Oh,
That works,
man.
I'm
so
re-rolling a
sorry.
new
Mhm.
I'm so sorry.
Well, shit.
I'm surprised he did that without telling Kaya or anyone like that.
It's because he's. I literally wrote down when I was writing his bio that he is quite egotistical, and he was just sort of really insulted almost, by somebody escaping. Oh fuck! I didn't expect that to happen.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, Matthew, I'll give you the description of my next character, and you can make.
Was that?
I
What was
have a
that?
few. Well, did you miss all of that, or?
No.
No. I'll give you the description of my new character.
For the drawing.
No, go use a Critiscope medicine check. That'll totally do it.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream.